Hello, everybody, and welcome to Of Dice and Men. How are the four of you doing today?
Great.
I'm ready to be done already.
So good to be here again.
It's lovely to have you, Lily. So, what is Of Dice and Men? It is a 5th edition D&D campaign that we're doing. The party is a group of detectives that have formed their own detective agency, led by Katerino, also known as...
Daff.
This is where you introduce yourself.
Okay. Hello. Do I have to be in character for this one? Is this where I put
Introduce your character. It's your character.
character, or as me introducing my character?
You could be
You're the leader of the party.
Character as your character, please.
You're setting the precedent
Okay.
here.
Okay, I'm gonna do a voice. Okay.
Oh my god.
Great.
I'm Daff. I'm the leader of the party. I am a bard, and I have a detective agency called Various Operations Agency. I opened it a little while back in hopes to make money and solve people's various problems.
So is your
Lovely.
character a young woman? Because that's what it sounds like. What do you?
Well, I'm going for a
Stay in character.
35-year-old man. I'm a man of middle-ish age, a little younger, maybe adult, not past young adult, just an adult. Okay, and I'm working on the voice. All right, it'll come with my character. All right.
Lovely. And what is your class and race?
Half-elf bard.
Lovely. And who was the first person in this detective agency that you hired?
It was Jeff's character.
Excuse me? What?
Who's
Jeff's
Jeff's character?
Is Jeff's character there? Fearless leader?
Who is he?
Can't you see? Don't you know?
It's
Don't
right
you
over
know
there,
who you hired?
Yeah, his name Van.
No.
Oh god, it's like when the teacher calls on you in class and you were sleeping. Oh no, I'm getting PTSD.
It's on the Roll20 page.
Yep.
She's never used
see
it
it?
before.
That's his name, Valdor. His name is Valdor. That is his name. So, there we go.
Lovely. And Valdor, who are you?
Ugh. It's a tough act to follow. Our leader is constantly drunk. It's gonna be weird.
Maybe I should be a drunk. Maybe that'd make it easier.
Nah.
My name's Valdor. I'm the muscle of this group. It kind of keeps them in line. As you can see, I'm a strapping young lad, but not that young, I guess. I'm in my 30s. Big guy, and I try to keep them in line. Try to keep them safe, but also make sure that they're safe.
And what is your race and class, Valdor?
I don't see in races and classes, Neil. No, I'm just
Nice.
kidding.
I appreciate that. What's your species and occupation?
I am a white human male, and generally speaking, my job falls into the fighter category.
Ah, lovely. And we didn't really touch on this, but Daff is from the middle of the road. She's from the
Yes.
servant in the social structure. Where in the social hierarchy are you from?
I'm a self-made man. I came from humble beginnings where my family just kind of did what they could to survive and worked. And now I find myself investigating very interesting things on behalf of very important people.
Lovely. And who was the second person hired?
It was Nevitz. It was Nevitz.
Nevitz, who are you?
I am a soft-spoken, inquisitive level 3 rogue. I appreciate the introduction, and I am the investigative unit of this crew. I investigate. That's what I do.
Investigate. That's what we all do.
Yeah. But I'm the investigating part of the investigation, okay?
Great. And you've already said that you're a rogue. What is your species?
Well, I am a Lightfoot.
A what?
What, Koibu, why did you write that into my thing? I don't know why
You're a
Koibu write that.
Lightfoot.
I believe I am a I am a halfling.
Wonderful.
So we can't like land before time for a second there. It's like I'm a Lightfoot. right.
Oh, that's my sub race. Oh, I'm sorry.
Sub-race.
Yeah, I don't see sub races. I'm also quite progressive in this crew.
That's good people. Really helping us out here. Wonderful.
I hired them based on their political stance, so
Okay.
here we are.
And where are you from the social structure,
Um,
Nevitz?
I am a lower class citizen, unfortunately.
And who was the fourth person hired for this detective agency?
Toki.
Hi.
Toki.
And who is Toki?
I'm answering, right? Okay, sorry. I'm sick.
Unless you
so
want me to do
sorry,
it for you.
congested. I am Toki. I am a hill dwarf. I am a druid. And yeah.
And where are you from the social strata, Toki?
My past has been drenched in opulence and riches, but I am now past that. That is all, dust in the wind, as they would say.
Wonderful. All right.
Did Toast write that introduction for you?
Why don't we take a look at your base of operations? Do you have a map screen we can take a look at?
I didn't get that on the overlay. We're just gonna have to use our imaginations.
Excellent. So imagine a room with a table
I can see
that
it.
you're all seated around.
Okay.
Steven, you can't show roll 20?
No, I'm
Very
I'm
good.
just kidding. I have it. Okay, let's...
Wow.
Excellent. This is
That was a
the
really good
bottom
joke.
floor of your home, of your base, in the town of Cronwick on the Iron Ridge in the Kingdom of Drekis. There's an upstairs where you guys all sleep and live, but we're not going to worry about that for now. Here is your base of operations. This is your front room and meeting room where people can come in. Down here is your kitchen and dining room. This is your warehouse where you store weapons, armor, shields, tools, supplies, copious amounts of wine, and whatnot. So before we get too deep into our campaign here, I want to get to know our players and our characters a little bit better.
Wait, did we really
So-
roll this? Why is our
No.
HP so low at level 3? What's
Mine
happening?
is 14. What? Can I?
We rolled all this. You
No,
know?
I don't remember that. I have 16 HP at level 3. Is this possible? Does this sound right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
it's possible.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay, well,
Sorry, what was it?
we're all
our
gonna die.
Dungeon Master
Uh,
saying?
Well, so this is your home, right? You all live in the same building. You all work together. You got rooms upstairs and kitchens downstairs and stuff. So
Yeah.
I want to kind of know what your daily routine is like. Is it a fend for yourself sort of thing, or does someone make breakfast for the rest of the party? What's it like as a member of this detective agency
Go ahead, Ted.
when you're hanging out?
As the leader, I like to always make sure our party is well taken care for. So usually, I just let them get whatever they want, fend for themselves. Because, I mean, I spend most of my day trying to look for new clients and missions and quests to go on. So, generally, we get along well. So we tend to eat dinner together, but I don't think anyone is very good at cooking.
Wow.
Mm.
Not really in our skill set. But we were
Um,
talking about hiring a cook, maybe later. But for now we're good.
When you've got the
I-
money, right?
Exactly. But it's still a startup. It's still a startup.
I've had no complaints about my eggs and toast. I think it's quite good.
I do cook for myself the most of the time because I am a vegetarian. I do not consume animals. So it's hard to, cook for everyone else when they aren't at the same dietary level that I am at.
Which of course makes it awkward. I think we need to explain to the chat. Every morning for breakfast we have chicken or bacon. This is of course where Toki turns into a pig. And we eat just parts of her body. And then we wait to digest and pass it, and then she transforms back into human.
Yes, actually, when Valdor and
So
I
she
first
doesn't
met,
eat
he
meat
asked
per se? Yeah.
So we eat her, but she doesn't eat herself.
This is really weird, but okay, I'm down with it.
It makes
yeah.
Listen, it made for a weird dynamic. The first few mornings were kind of awkward, but we apply pressure to the wounds afterwards, keep her alive.
Especially listening to her moan in pain for a while in her animal form was probably the weirdest part about it. But you know, you do what you gotta do.
Listen, man, when the funds are tight, I'm sure the satisfaction of knowing she's got us all nice and fed outweighs any pain she could suffer, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but
at the end of the day,
but no one
absolutely.
really eats me. Okay, let's just get that out. No one.
Right. Nobody eats her.
But when I first joined the agency, he did ask if he could, and that created some tension. But we soon resolved it, like adults.
Excellent. Nevitz, I want to ask you what your last case was, and for our purposes here, it's going to have not been a very lucrative case. You guys are a little bit low on funds. We're going to start the campaign. So, what was the last case?
The last case that we did was actually incredibly disappointing. A woman contacted us to let us know that her husband had been moving a huge amount of illegal contraband through the city, like an unbelievable amount, like so much that if we would have found out, if we would have actually cracked this case, it would have made headlines all across the kingdom. And so she told us where he'd be, and she wanted us to report back to her who he was meeting so that she could help us, figure out the next step. And it turned out that really her husband was just cheating on her, and she just wanted us to follow up on that relationship. And when we reported it back, she got mad at him, slapped him, gave us like 2 gold, and sent us on our way. We basically got scammed. It was pretty bad.
Ooh. How long did you spend on this case?
Quite a while actually, because when she told us initially what the case was going to be, we spent a lot of time talking about it, deciding as an agency if we really wanted to take on a case of this magnitude. We spent a little bit of extra money, getting our swords sharpened, our armor polished, make sure we were on our game and ready to go. And yeah, when we saw the when we started to figure out what was going on, when the husband snuck into this other lady's house at night, we felt pretty stupid about everything. Yep.
Man, that's terrible.
It's a hard-hitting business,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So as it stands, the party is maybe not quite broke, but near to broke. Like the party funds are down to 0, but you each all have your own individual money. And that should already be on your character sheet, I think. It's not, yell at me and I'll sort it out. Every month, just to survive, to pay rent and to pay for food and to maintain your gear and live at, your style of comfort, you need 12,000 bits, 12,000 copper to make ends meet by the end of the month. And we're going to start on the 1st of the month. It is January 1st, 1512. You've just paid rent. You've got food for the month in the building. And by the end of this month, you need to come up with 12,000 copper in order to survive and make it to the next one. So,
right. So first things first, I think we shop for a cheaper place. Or some places are $6,000 rent.
Well, maybe we can just use Toki's body parts as our shelter.
We
Yes.
talked about
Strip her of fur
why
and
not use my... By the way, Koibu, I don't see my sorry, I don't see my money in my character sheet.
Me neither, Koibu. What's going on here?
Oh, I think what's going on is somehow I forgot to give you cash.
Must
I
have
think I
been when
prepared
you were
everything but your money.
when you were putting Littlefoot on my character sheet. You must have accidentally deleted all my.
Littlefoot is my hero.
Sharp
Don't you be
tooth.
talking shit about Littlefoot. And this is gonna be so. There's some money for Toki. I will start giving you all cash right now. So what is the conversation around the table today before your job shows up? What's going on here?
Well, we, the last. We're feeling bad about it. It just happened. We're pretty behind on money, because we spent that extra, so we're kind of feeling bad. So I think most of us are in a bit of a somber mood, but it doesn't mean we can't have light pleasantries. How was your night? How did you sleep? We still have some nice
You cut out there at the end.
No, I think she just stopped talking.
small talk.
Okay. Lovely. So, what in character? Let's hear some conversation. What is happening at your table?
I think we
Val
should
is
buy some
getting
more
a store.
beans.
Sorry, what?
Nothing, go on.
Oh my god.
I
Toki,
want to hear
what-
what do you have to say, Toki. Sorry,
I
I'm trying
just
to figure
think
out my
we
voice.
should cut down on our meat intake and buy some more vegetables. Our diet has been pretty bad lately. A lot of junk food,
Toki, I don't think we're spending 12,000 copper a month on meat, and I don't think we're gonna save that much by changing our diet.
Okay, well, it was just a suggestion.
Well, I think Toki has a good point. But instead of purchasing vegetables, I think what we should do is try to hunt for our own food.
How are we going to have enough time to do jobs while we're hunting for food at the same time?
Well, we don't have a job lined up right now, so I was thinking that Toki, do you use a bow and arrow? Did anyone here use a bow and arrow or anything like that?
She's a vegetarian and a druid, my friend. I don't think she'll be hunting.
I
for food.
use a quarterstaff.
She's
So I
very
guess
good
we're
at
not
it,
gonna
too.
hunt for our own food.
So you guys are sitting. Guys are sitting around the table talking about how you're gonna feed yourselves this month. That's what it sounds like.
Can
It's
I make a
a
suggestion, fearless leader Daff? I think you need to find us work. Otherwise, you're not much of a leader. You're just
I
kind
will.
of.
I'm working on it. So I'll get to that.
all
So
right.
with
And-
work comes the food. We can do it in that order, as opposed to
Oh.
talking to a vegetarian about bow staffing mushrooms on our off time, right?
I do have a couple cases that I'm looking at. So hopefully we should get on that pretty quite soon. Yes.
Do you care to share the details of any of these cases with us?
Yes. So there's a case that I'm looking at, but I am afraid it's another one of those cheating husband situations. However, it seems that a wife is concerned about the actions of her husband, but she thinks that he is not cheating on her. He might be running some kind of underground business that she is not too sure what it is, but she thinks that it has to do with some quite devious subjects, and he comes home. Sometimes she finds blood on his clothes, and has found several weapons on his person.
Is it possible it's the moon's blood?
No.
Here comes
Well,
a knock at your door.
It is possible. You can't say no. To it.
I'll get
I'm gonna go
it.
answer it.
Oh, we're
Joker will get it.
not.
I'll answer.
All
it,
right.
fine.
Standing on the other side of the door is the Chancellor of Cronwick. Now, we're going to talk about Cronwick for a little bit here. It is a town on the Iron Ridge. We'll look at it on a map a little bit later. It is the principality, the seat of the principality here. And the Chancellor is the prince's sort of right-hand woman here. She's the one who decides who gets a private audience with him, who doesn't get a private audience with him, what sort of information needs to make his desk and which ones don't. It's like the, not Secretary of State, what is it? Chief of Staff, the president, the role of power, but without actually making any decisions. And here she is at your door, flanked by 2 guards. Who answered the door? Daff?
Yes. Hello. How may I help you?
I'm sorry, can Daff move their character token up there so the immersion isn't broken?
Please.
Hello.
Thank you.
Why are you looking at a bush?
Yeah, you're talking to Prince
Okay,
Elise.
let me rotate
should
my
face-
character really quick. Sorry for
There we
I'm also
go.
coming to the door with my loot in my hand, so let me just wander over there. Come on, guys, shut the fuck up, okay? Get back with the role play.
All right. She said, I am Nina Theravin, the Chancellor here in Cronwick. I am looking for the, what is it called? The Various Operations Agency, VOA? Are you VOA?
Yes, we are. We are, Boa. Nice to meet you. I'm Daff, the leader of this your organization. How may I help you today?
There has been a bit of a problem at one of the mines outside of town, the Black Paw mine, to be specific. It appears that everyone there has been slaughtered ruthlessly, and we don't know what happened. The prince was hoping to find an independent third party to investigate it.
Well, you've found your third party. Here we are. That is right up our alley. We would love to go check it out for you.
Lovely. She tries to peer in the room and take a look around at the assembled people. Says, "Are
You can
these?"
come in. You can come in. No problem.
Oh, well, thank you. And she will step in and take a seat at the table.
What are they doing?
What who do
Why
we?
did Nevitz move? Are the guards with her?
I was
Are
merely
they-
The
taking my
guards are going to
seat.
stand outside. They stand flanking the door on the outside to make sure no one disturbs you all.
Jokey.
Right. Well, the prince will fill you in on the details, but roundaboutly, the mine has about 40 workers, roughly 10 security staff, and all seem to have been killed. Do you investigate mass murder?
We do. We investigate anything to be investigated.
We do.
Splendid. This iron mine is of paramount importance to our operations here, and well,
It
We were hoping
sounds very dangerous, and if it's so important to you, you'll need our top-notch team to deal with this, but also you'll probably be paying top dollar.
Great.
as expected, yes. The prince has authorized me to give you 8,000 copper.
Well,
this-
you
here-
see, I'm sorry. What was it? Name? Your name? What was your
Oh,
name? again?
yes. Chancellor Thervin.
Chancellor Theravin. I'm sorry, but this is a mass murder that we are investigating. We have no idea the cause of this or how dangerous it is to go down in this mine. You know, VOA is there. It's comprised of the four of us, you see. So I'm afraid that 8,000 copper is a bit too low for what you're asking. It is quite the dangerous mission.
Well, hang on, Daff. It's awfully close. I mean, they're not far off. I think if they said something like 12,000, I think it'd be just nail on the head. The
Totally
right
agree with
price.
you.
12,000
Exactly what I was
seems like a good
Do
offer.
you think so as well, Nevitz? Is that kind of what's in your ballpark?
12,000 seems like quite the appropriate sum to be paid for this job.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Or,
Yes.
and I'm just saying this, we can keep the original 8,000, but we get approval from you to lower our rent down to 8,000.
She ponders the matter and comes up with, well, while the prince does own the land upon which your building is built, he rents it out to whoever is the manager here, and they set the rates.
Yeah.
Suppose we might be able to have a conversation with him and see if it can be lowered, but we have no jurisdiction in this area. What if we settle it at 10,000? Halfway. Everyone's
That's
happy.
pretty close, guys. I think that's, you know what, as a first-time offer, Daff, what do you say we give him a little bit of a discount, rob the bodies blind, make up the 12,000, and then that's kind of what we do.
I'm sorry, did you say rob the bodies?
Sir? No, I did not.
You misheard
Toki's,
him.
Toki
mumbled,
Toki's sick. You probably heard a cough.
Yes.
He
of
said
course.
sob over the bodies.
Sob over the
because
bodies.
Yes.
Dead people, very sad. Their souls
Emotional
passed
man.
on to the afterlife. Very emotional. Very
You cannot
hard.
see them in the afterlife.
Yes, 10,000 seems like a good offer. Yes.
Agreed. Yep.
Yes, you
But I
look
do
like a
assume you'll
sensitive
have
man.
this. I assume you'll have this conversation with the manager. Yes.
I will speak to your landlord and see what I can do.
Thank you very much.
Excellent.
It sounds like a deal then.
Well, then let me escort the four of you to the keep, and
Chancellor?
the prince shall. Yeah.
Sorry, one last thing. Here at VOA, when we seal a deal, the way we kind of make sure that it is sacred between the two is Daff will begin to kiss your feet and work his way up to your knees.
Perhaps you could just do with a kissing of the hand as a compromise.
Daff, what do you say?
I mean, well, that is what we usually do around here. I think Valdor. I've had my eye on you for some time, and I think that. I know you've always been jealous watching me, kiss the client's feet, and I think it's your turn this time. I think you should give it a go.
Well, I think this is an ample time to do that.
It's very necessary, Chancellor. It is very necessary. You see, a simple handshake, a simple kiss of the hand, it just won't do. And I think I can speak for all of us when Valdor, look at him. He's just itching. It's important.
Well, I believe I'm not born into a noble family. I don't deserve feet kissing. Maybe just the hand or
Chancellor, I
cheek
accept.
will do.
I accept. We'll revisit this idea next time, Daff, of course, with you as the leader. But Neil, before I kiss her hand, I need you to roll for hotness, man. I need to understand what I'm dealing with.
Oh, of course. I don't want to disappoint you.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
We're working with a 12 here. We're working with a 12
Not really good.
out of 18.
Oh,
On a
out of
scale of
18?
3 to 18. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Wait,
That's
why is it
subtract-
18? Wait, is there like a D18 that you roll? What does that mean?
It's 3d6. It's just like any of the other stats.
Okay. I didn't know if it was a 1D20.
Yeah, 3 to 18.
Okay.
No.
How old are we?
Well, I'm
Oh,
very
yeah, how
well.
old are we?
Your player characters, so you can decide or you can roll 3d6 for it. But whatever you decide or roll for is set in stone immediately.
I'll roll for it.
I want to be super hot.
Toki.
I
If you
wanna
want to
be
be
a-
super hot, just say it. Just say you're super hot.
A dashing man. A
You're
dash.
like you're a dwarf, aren't you?
You
7
stink
and a half
dwarf
elf. I'm
can't be hot.
gorgeous.
I think I want to see some leadership here from our leader. I want to see a roll for hotness.
Roll. You gotta roll for that.
I
No,
mean-
my leadership is me deciding what my hotness is. There you go.
Can we take
How
a
hot
vote?
are you?
I'm hot as hell.
On a
I'm
scale
stone
from
cold
3 to
hot.
18 with an average of 10.5 and a standard distribution of 2.5, what is your hotness?
16. When I was
Wow.
17.
Oh my god.
That's how
That's
we.
some hot.
That's how actually we get jobs because our leader is so good looking that people are more incentivized to accept our offers. Like it actually works out for us.
I
All right, well,
believe
with
it.
that being
We
said, I'm
always
gonna
get
go.
the. Why do you think we always get the distressed wife cases?
Yeah.
Ah.
I'm gonna be a 17.5 just to kind of have
I'm
him
gonna
live in
roll
my
for
shadow.
Is it 3d6, Neil?
It's
Yeah.
3d6. Yeah.
I
Oh.
suggest that Jeff
Average.
rolls roll.
Okay.
As the leader,
Average.
I would suggest a roll.
I'll
I
I'll
will
join
roll
you,
if
Lily.
you roll.
I'll roll it.
Thank you.
All right.
Cat, I'll roll if
wanna
you roll. Cat, do it. Steven's ugly.
I'm
It's
just
okay.
hot. Wait, is he ugly?
I'm
below
slightly
average.
slightly below
You
average.
know what?
8 to 13 is average.
Yeah.
8 to 13
Cat.
is average.
Just
Yeah,
like real life, Steven.
There's a Oh,
They're up. I
Lily,
need
you're
to be-
precious.
I'm the face of this.
Fuck it. You know
of
what?
this,
If our leader, listen, here's the thing. If our leader won't do it, and in these times, the backup leader, it's me. So I know what needs to be done. So I'll roll it.
I've decided to appoint my new backup leader as Toki.
I'm a 12.
Okay.
12.
Solid.
Nice. All right.
Toki.
Solid.
Or wait, Daff.
Yes.
Roll it.
No, I'm hot.
No,
Okay,
I wanna-
fine,
I want a
I'm
hot
gonna be
leader.
the ugliest one of us all.
I want
Wait,
a
how
hot
do I roll?
leader.
3d6.
Uh,
I want a
right?
hot leader too. I feel like that's
No,
important.
I think
don't
I think
You'll
it
get hot.
actually
I'm
helps.
sure it'll be fine. You'll roll well, dude. No problem.
/R space 3d6.
Wait, hold on, Koibu. Are you black pilled or can we improve our attractiveness over time, or do you think it's set in stone?
I don't
from
know
the
what you
moment?
mean by black pill.
Black pilled means that from the moment of your birth, if
Steven!
She's the ugliest.
You shouldn't have rolled it.
Jeff, listen to me. Jeff, listen to me. Listen to me now. I traded you one of my rolls so that you could have high health. So now you trade me your track.
Oh. Trade you my 5 for your 4. That sounds fair to me.
Trade me the whole thing.
Fuck! Fine. You take my
12,
3,
you're
I
a
take
7.
your 1.
All right.
No,
so
no. It's not the whole roll. We traded dice, my bre.
oh,
Fine. I get your 5, you get my 1.
Yes. So I'm at a 10 now,
Wait,
and you're at an 11.
am I
am
I breaking
12
my math?
minus 4 is 8.
I think.
Yeah. 12 minus 4 is 8.
She's
12 minus
taking my
5 plus
5 and
1.
giving me a 1.
Right. So your hotness of 12 goes down
you're
by
right.
5 plus
You're
1
right.
is 8. And Katerino goes 2, 4, 5 is 11.
Yeah, I had that right.
Frick.
Yeah.
I'm an 8.
Well, I'm
All right.
still the hottest, but we're
Wait.
not that hot still.
Do you know any like illusion
have-
magic? Maybe you can make yourself
I have
look hot.
disguise self. I do.
Maybe that's how you still get
And I
clients.
could maybe we could find some surgeons around here. I mean, I have lots of friends, so
Okay,
There's
that's
no
fair.
plastic surgery in this day and age. I'm sorry. You're stuck with what you got. Thankfully, there's not a lot of mirrors either. They're expensive and hard to come by. Okay. So you guys can head off to the keep. You will be let through the gates because you're being escorted by the Chancellor, past the inner courtyard, past the walls of the inner sanctum of the keep, and into the Prince's war room, where you are meeting the rest of his his advisors. I'm going to give you some people that are in the room, and you can feel free to ask me questions about them whenever you want. In the room, we have the Prince of Cronwick. We have the captain of his guard, his chancellor, the ranger who kind of patrols the area and takes care of knowing what's going on outside of the city in the wilderness, his archmage, who's kind of young and ineffectual. He's pretty new to the job, and they're kind of hoping he'll get good. He's not particularly useful at this point in time. And the Prince of Cronwick's 3 retainer knights who sort of help do his bidding on the outside. And they are all standing around the table. When you guys walk in, the Chancellor introduces you to them, gives you a whole slew of names. The Captain of the Guard is called Wolfgang Steele. Chancellor is Nyla Thervin. The Ranger's name is Polywig. The Archmage is Arcdorian. The Retainer Knights are Drake Silverhorn, Matthias Redditch, and Kiri Brohard.
Hang on, I'm writing this all down.
Totally, yeah. I know you're writing it down, but just for my sake, I'm just gonna give you a copy paste of this information in the Discord chat.
Oh, okay.
yes,
Oh,
please.
fuck.
Yeah, but that's just for me, not for you guys. Cool. All right. Once you're all seated, the prince starts in. I have called you here for a particular reason. The Blackpaw Mine is one of our best iron mines in the region, and as you of course know, iron is a scarce resource in this country, hell, on this entire island, and we are one of the greatest sources of iron around. It's what brings us our wealth, what gives us an edge in battle when everyone else is using weapons made of copper alloys. The Blackpaw Mine was, I should say, owned by Lord Silverhorn, and he motions to one of his knights here, Kel Silverhorn's uncle. And, well, they failed to report back in about 5 days ago. And we thought not much of it at the time, since Lord Silverhorn was there and overseeing the mines. We thought perhaps he had brought some changes about that delayed shipment. A few more days passed, and still no word, so I sent Kel Silverhorn here, the young man, off to investigate. He took a whole spear of troops, arrived, and found everyone dead. The 40-some miners, the 8 guards, the smelters, the foreman, even the cook, dead. And the knight on command there to keep everything safe. All dead. So they came back here to report, and we would like to reopen the mine, but we must first decide, is it still in danger? Is what happened here going to happen again? And if so, we need to put a stop to it. If not, if it's a one-off fluke of large animals moving through the area, killing everything, then I guess we just reopen the mines with more guards. So you are being brought here to sort out what happened, who's responsible, and if it's safe to reopen the mines again. I will, of course, give you my chancellor to work with. If you have any questions, you can ask her or come to me personally. Have any questions?
Well, we're so sorry for your loss, of course, but thank you for coming to us. I'm sure we will make great and quick work.
Good. You notice the retainer knights there shifting uncomfortably in the awkward silence. Drake Silverhorn, Drake Silverhorn, says, if you need an extra escort to the mines, I would be happy to come along with you and oversee anything. Keep you safe from harm.
I kind of lean in to Daff.
Mm.
You need to ask if that means he's splitting the money.
We will still be paid our full 10,000. Yes.
Everyone looks to the chancellor, who gives a brief nod. Yes, it's for solving the problem. Whether you get there or not is. Sorry.
All right. And seems good to us. So, how many people will be joining us?
I will bring myself as well as 8 of my men.
Right. Gesture to Toki and Nevitz and Valdor and say, "Are you all right with this arrangement?"
Of course. Are we allowed to ask questions from Kel Drake?
Ask questions.
Of course.
Kel Drake Silverhorn, you said that you investigated the area where these men were killed. Do you know how they were killed?
I may be an expert at arms, an expert at defeating my enemies, but I am no doctor. I saw dead bodies, we stacked them peacefully, side by side, covered them with tarps, and came back to report the details. I believe it's up to you to do the investigation.
Well, I mean, even little details like they were torn apart,
Yeah.
stab wounds, set on fire.
Certainly
any
a
of that
fighting
kind of
man can
stuff.
tell the difference between a sword wound and a flesh torn by teeth of a beast.
Especially a fighting man such as you, who've seen so much combat. And you even stacked the bodies, so you had intimate exposure to them.
Yes, they did appear to be wounded by weapons, not animal mark.
There it is.
So the bodies are still there, yes?
Yes, they're all stacked in the mine.
All right. And otherwise, everything is untouched, besides the bodies being stacked, yes?
All we did was stack the bodies respectfully in the mine where they would not be exposed to the elements.
You said you had a knight on guard here as well, correct?
Yes, there was a knight on guard.
When the knight was killed, was his armor taken from his body, or was he left fully armed?
He was in his armor. Yes.
Do you know if
His
anything?
weapon by his side.
Do you know if anything from this mine was stolen at all, or was everything left as was?
I did not investigate that matter. That's not my job. It's your job, I do believe.
Of course. We will get to that. I think we're done with questions, yes?
Final question. Who is the closest person in this area that you think might have an issue with this mine? Have you had trouble with bandits or any kind of creatures in the past?
There's some quiet as everyone looks across the table, and eventually the prince speaks up saying, there have been no problems with the mines other than the usual sort of things. Mountain lions in the area, the occasional metal-hungry Zorn from the elemental plane of Earth traveling through, trying to steal the smelted metals out from under us. That's why we have guards, to keep everything at bay. But bandits? No, never at the mines.
And when you said the
Alright.
bodies were found on the inside or outside the mine?
A little bit of both.
All right. So they were scattered. Okay. I think we're ready to go, yes?
One final question. You said these bodies were scattered about. I assume these men have an area they can sleep in, right? They weren't killed in their sleeping quarters. It looks like the bodies were strewn about like somebody had shown up in the middle of the day or something, correct?
Few of them appeared to be killed in their sleeping quarters. 4 of them.
Okay.
It's something you should see for yourself, he says. A slaughter like this, I haven't seen in quite some time.
No nearby
You should take a
towns.
look.
There are no nearby towns you have problems with. No one that would want to harm anyone that you know of.
What do you mean?
There's no one with anything against you or your mining practice here, right?
Who are you addressing this issue? Who is the you in here?
Prince, I guess.
Okay. The prince shakes his head. No. Everyone is well organized. There have been not even a whiff of treason about.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of anyone who would want to harm me. And if they did, this seems a roundabout way to do it. This is only one of many mines in the area. Although, if you believe this to be a threat to all of them, that is something we should know as quickly as possible.
Well, we have yet to decide that, of course. We have to investigate first.
Certain. Well, shall you be off then?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Since you are going with Kel Drake Silverhorn, he will be bringing his own guards with him, and they will carry all the supplies for you. So you don't need to worry about bringing food or water or anything like that.
Oh yeah.
Well, we're bringing Toki.
Yes.
Do they
you
have
can still bring Toki.
vegetarian provisions with them for our?
Yes, most of their provisions are vegetarian.
Oh,
Bread,
how lovely.
fruits and vegetables, that sort of thing.
Um,
So this is our world map. We're going to be using a hex grid. Each hex is 5 miles across. And if you want to go from one area to the other, you're always just going to cross the hex, and it's always going to be 5 miles to get from one spot to the other. Cronwick, the area where this golden nonsense is on, is the head of the principality here, the capital of the region. The 2 other towns of importance are going to be Whalers Bay and Crublin. Now, Crublin's kind of hard to get to over the ridge. It's kind of far, and the area is pretty dangerous, and the terrain is quite dry and rugged. So usually people will sail there or whatnot. The way between Crombic and Whalers Bay follows this river, Crimson Rapids, and we'll go into that more in detail when we need to get in that direction. For our purposes today, you're going to be headed to this hex, where the Black Palm Mine is. You'll hear. Lovely.
I'm sorry, real quick. Did the guard Keldrake Silverhorn, did he say his uncle was killed, or just that he was overseeing it when it was attacked?
No, he died there, unfortunately.
Okay, he was killed. Okay.
Yes.
Wait,
his body is the one that I brought back.
Okay.
The others I left.
and the one you circled is the one we're going to, yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
All right. Any other questions before we set off? Yes.
I have a question for you, Koibu, like about the world. So the prince oversees this whole island, yeah, all of this area. Well, I guess not an
This
island,
peninsula.
this little peninsula, yeah.
Yeah.
He oversees all of it.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, I'm good then.
Okay. Let me find the dice that I draw, and then I'll make some encounter check.
Hmm.
I don't know where it went. All right. So the first hex you go across is fine. No encounters that day. And no encounters on the rest of the way. So you are going to arrive at the entrance to Black Palm Mine.
Before we do this, while we're traveling, can we talk amongst ourselves for a little bit?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I totally agree. All right. Do you guys have any idea on what might have occurred here at the mine?
Murder.
Something or someone
I mean,
killed them.
Well, given the 50-plus dead bodies, I think it's fair to say that both people have been killed and most likely murdered. Those are good conclusions so far.
yes. Well, I mean, we couldn't have We couldn't have expected much more from Valdor, so I'm surprised you came up with such an astute conclusion. Good job, buddy.
Tap, for such a beautiful man, you have such an ugly spirit. But before you respond, if so many people were murdered in such a way, we need to consider that this was organized and that they were either trapped or so outnumbered that it was a butcher. In which case, 8 bodyguards and some upstart alongside us is a tough fight, right? It's they're good enough to slaughter 50 people. They're probably good enough to deal with us.
Yes, there almost definitely more than one of them for sure.
So,
Jeez.
just some thoughts, of course. But if the men were killed and strewn about randomly, it seems as though this wasn't an ambush at night. If the knight retained his sword and his armor, it seems as though people probably weren't there to rob them. I think these are fair conclusions so far, do you think?
Yes. We'll have to investigate further of what's been taken and the state of the bodies. But I agree that there was no intention of robbing.
Well,
Maybe
if
they
it's-
wanted something in the mine.
Possibly. If it is some sort of creature, though, we should appeal to our sage here to make sure that we keep our eyes open so they don't get caught off guard by the same beast that may have killed these people.
I agree, but a creature with who wields swords, I think that is unlikely.
Wait, did the
Daphne,
guy
what's
say
that?
100%? Did he say sword wounds? I don't remember. I just heard him say wounded.
He did not say
Yeah.
sword
Weapon.
wound.
You
He
said
said
weapon.
weapon.
Oh.
Weapon, but not sword.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
but not teeth.
Okay, we'll investigate one thing.
Daff, it is important that you select calming music to sing to us on travels, I would say.
All right, I will
Okay,
sing to you guys. Calming music has been requested. Okay, I wanna serenade the group while we walk.
Oh. And what?
Performance check.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wait, I thought she was going to do a real-life performance.
Yeah, she has to.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do I have to?
Yes.
I don't have an instrument.
Yes,
with
you
me.
do. Oh my god, you're not at home. Just sing to us.
I actually have a didgeridoo, and Daff plays a flute, so I can play that for you if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want a didgeridoo? Okay,
Yes.
I have to get it. Can you guys do something while I'm doing that? Talk amongst
He's
yourselves.
just gonna watch you.
Steven, do you want to vamp for us?
Vamp?
Mm-hmm.
With what?
Like fill the time with just whatever conversation.
Oh, conversation. What is Lily's character's name? God damn it.
Okay, I'm ready.
Oh, Toki. It
Good
was
job.
Toki. Yeah, that's what I wanted the audience to know.
Cool.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna play you guys a song now. Wait, am I ready? Can I
Yep, go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
And that's it, and so on. And so on and so forth.
That was your song?
Okay.
Flute.
You know, you could have just rolled a 1, but I mean, that works too.
Yeah.
No, I had a didgeridoo. I think having an instrument on hand adds like +5 to my roll for sure.
Okay.
So
Pretty
sick.
solid. All right. So you guys arrive at the end of the day. It takes you most of the day to get here at Black Paw Mine, and I will bring you over to the entrance of it. Here are your tokens plus the knight and his 8 soldiers, and this is the entrance to Black Paw Mine. So it loads and pops in for y'all.
It seems my character doesn't have his glasses on. Oh, there they are. Okay.
Okay, here's the mine. We're here. We're here.
So here is the mine. Everyone should be able to control their tokens, move about as you wish. If you want to go inside buildings, let me know. I can move the roofs so you can see what's inside. And let's start the investigation.
A little bit, like feeling the grass.
Valdor, I think it would be wise to clear these buildings out first before we begin the rest of our investigation, yes?
You're right, my friend. I shall do just that. So, I'll go over to this building, signal over to What's-His-Butt, and be like, Your guards could back me up on clearing the buildings to make sure we're safe to investigate.
The knight orders his guards, 2 to stand watch at the front over here, and the rest of them to go scout out the buildings.
Is this a
I
And
am
they-
gonna go investigate.
That
this.
is a watchtower up here.
No.
Yeah. Daff, you see a whole bunch of blood at the end of the watchtower. Big blood pool there.
Hang on. Before you guys investigate, let
Can
me
I
check the
splash
buildings.
in it? We've been traveling for so long. I just want some fun, you know, splash in the blood puddle.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna.
The guards will move through the buildings and check them. They find
Well,
them
no,
to be empty. Oh,
Okay, but thematic purposes, Neil. I kick in the door. Okay.
you kick in the door. Right.
Yeah.
You do it.
It's clear.
Excellent. Yes, this is what the inside of the building looks like.
Do I find any gold or anything?
There's no gold just lying about. There is a large blood pool and a sword left in one spot. This looks like a smelter's forge where they would take iron ore and turn it into iron bars and then just like haul off the rocks and everything elsewhere. And over here, if my button will work, you find the barracks and the quarters. There's a ladder that goes upstairs where there are more beds as well. You can see stacks of weapons on the rack. You can see 4 blood stains over the, 4 beds, 4 of the bed. Yeah.
I'm going to investigate the bed to see if there's a stab wound through the body.
There's no
You
bodies,
investigated.
but there's blood stains. So go ahead and give
No.
me.
What I mean is through the body into the bed.
Oh, I
There's
see
no
what you
body, but there'd be a hole in the bed.
said. Right. Why don't you give me a perception check to get in there and notice real close like.
I rolled a 3.
Nice. Yeah, there's nothing. You give a glance at it, and it looks like a pretty torn up bed. You're gonna have a hard time noticing if there's any stab wounds in here because it's such a
Right.
poor quality, shitty bed that's been, wrecked for so long.
I kind of scan around, make eye contact with one of the guards, look at him and say, I'm just here to keep them safe. I can't see shit. So I'm gonna. It looks open.
Can I take a look at the same bed?
Totally.
Well, hang on.
Yeah.
I walk out and I say to the group, say, you guys are good to investigate. I will go up into the watchtower and look out for danger.
Excellent. Nevitz, you see that there are blood stains right, it's right at the point where the sheets or the blankets meet the pillows, right? It's right at the point where someone's neck would be, is where these blood stains are coming from. It looks to you like these people had their throats slit in their sleep, and that's why there are 4 blood stains right on the pillows in order.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. What did they already investigate this building? What about
A
this
little
one?
bit. Yeah, there's a big ass blood. It's not just one, it's many blood stains here. It looks
Okay.
like someone was in some sort of epic battle. Give me an investigation check, actually. Both of you.
Okay. So
Yeah.
it's /R D20. Is that what it is?
If you just click on the investigation button on your character sheet, it'll do everything for you.
Oh, nifty. Okay, awesome.
So fancy. Yeah. So you both take a look
Yeehaw.
at this. It looks like someone has been hit multiple times and it took them a while to die. Like someone was hacked here pretty heavily.
I want like a Dexter tier blood splatter analysis. Was it multiple people? Was the person moving around the room?
Maybe if you'd rolled better than a 10, I could give you that.
Well, isn't Toki pretty good? I mean, she's smart, right? Can she look at it?
Sure. Choki, why don't you take an investigation check as well?
Come here.
Oh, yeah. You can do the blood spatter analysis here, Toki. You're a smart cookie. It looks like there were 2 figures fighting here. You can see boot marks in the blood that kind of skirts it to this side and to that side, and the toes are sort of facing each other, so you know it's definitely 2 people. But all the blood splatters kind of go against one wall and not on the other. So it looks like one person got wrecked, and the other person probably didn't bleed at all from the battle.
Oh. Okay.
Sounds like straight up murder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we should
And
ask
by
the
the
bodies if they know anything.
Splatters, you can tell that there were some slashing marks in here as well.
Mhm.
But by the, large pools of blood, clearly someone was, gorged and had large amounts coming out at once. If it had just been superficial wounds that they died from their, it would have clotted, and it wouldn't have been so much everywhere. You know, there had to be deep wounds and slash wounds.
Okay. What about? Can I investigate like the rest of the room, not just the blood stains, but this? Yeah. Investigation.
No, we'll roll with your same investigation for the whole area. The rest of the forge looks pretty untouched. You know, it looks in operational conditions. All the tools are here. Nothing's been taken away. It looks like it's been abandoned in the middle of use. Nothing missing.
So it hasn't been like stolen. Nothing was stolen from it. Everything's in place except for the blood and the swords and shit.
Correct.
Where are the bodies?
At this point,
Yeah, I agree. Where are they?
We stacked the bodies in the mines, said the knight. I'll have my men go in and clear them for you. He sends the troops in to clear the mines. They vanish. And the knight will walk with you. So he sits next to Daff.
Is the prince here?
No, he's not here.
Oh, he's not. Okay.
He's too important.
Can I ask the knight a question?
Certainly.
Excuse me. Is this mine near any type of trade routes? Anywhere where people are moving in and out a lot?
He shakes his head. We're in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. There's nothing here for miles. No villages or towns anywhere. This is the closest thing to civilization.
So it had to be deliberate then. Are we ready?
Right.
Can we go in?
We will move into the mines. I will bring you way down here to where you are. And I will stack tokens. Daff, Toki, Nevitz, Valdor. Here you guys go. You should all be able to see now? Perfect.
Oh shit, this is cool.
Did Daff say that?
I hope so.
Katerino said that.
Okay.
Oh.
Daff dropped his flute.
Hey, real quick, just as an out-of-character thing, right? So if you drag your token around and you just drag yourself like all the way into a mine and you run into like 30 creatures, Koibu will kill you, okay? Just as a heads up, you should be moving your token as though you were actually, like, moving your dude.
Thanks, Steven.
Baldur, are you staying on the outside or are you going in with them?
They go in, I'll go in.
All right.
But I play in the theater
let's
of the mind,
venture together.
so I'll move it. But this is a game to be played with our minds.
I totally agree.
We work best as a team, Baldur. Let's go.
It's really more of a theater of mind sort of thing.
So can we? Is there anything to be seen here? Like this mine part is pretty.
Yeah, it seems pretty empty. The one thing you'll know is that there are these lanterns on either side of the wall. These aren't torches. They are glowing lanterns that shed no heat. They're clearly magical. You've seen these things about. They're one of these like mundane magic items that you can get for. They're kind of pricey, but they just like provide a soft amount of light without any heat. You can touch them and mentally command them to dim or to brighten.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
Mm-hmm. And this mine has many of them. You see them everywhere. Laid out before you here are bodies. Lots and lots of bodies.
This place is super fucked up.
I'll calm them.
Are there any
mice
here, Koibu?
Mice?
Oh, just
Cheers.
little
Good
creatures.
thought. Good thought.
Yeah. You know what? You see some rats, some giant rats sneaking about, nibbling at the ends of the bodies. They're over here, munching on someone's shoulder.
Can I talk to them?
How would you talk to the giant rats?
Does my speak with animals work on them?
Why don't you put it into chat and we'll find out?
Yeah.
You gain the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts for the duration. The knowledge and awareness of many beasts is limited by their intelligence, but at minimum, they can give you information about nearby locations and monsters, including whatever they can perceive or have perceived within the past day. You might be able to persuade a beast to perform a small favor for you at the DM's discretion. Yeah. So you can cast Speak with Animals. Do you do it as a ritual, which takes 10 minutes to cast, but costs no spell slots? Or do you cast it quickly?
I'm going to sit there for 10 minutes and really look at this rat in the eye and just make that connection.
Yeah.
The rat stares at you and cocks its head back and forth as it nibbles on this person until the spell passes, and then it like startles and looks at you straight in the eyes.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
So can I
I like Koibu role-playing as the rat. That's the
how do
best
I
part.
verbally communicate with rats? How does this work? Like, do I speak in rat language or like how does it
You
work?
talk to the rat in whatever tongue you want to talk in, and the rat will chirp back at you, and you just understand it.
Okay, I want to ask, have you seen anything suspicious here lately? Anything out of the ordinary?
Yeah. Whole bunch of people just came in. Whole bunch
Okay,
of...
but you mean just now, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay, but like before.
Yeah.
Rat Neil's best Neil.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay, now before, tell me about before, like yesterday. Do you remember yesterday?
What's yesterday? Long ago?
Yeah, long ago.
Oh, yeah. Long ago. Yeah. Big cat.
Mhm.
Big cat.
Cat.
Mm-hmm.
A big cat.
Big cat. Really big cat. Never seen a big cat before.
What did it do? What did it do?
It came in and it ate a body. It took my food. Big cat took food.
The cat took one of the bodies here.
It was
Oh,
skinny.
oh.
Big skinny cat.
Big
Looks hungry.
skinny cat took okay, all right. That's it. All right. Do you don't remember anything else, do you? Do you?
They can tell you what they've seen within the last day, within the last 24 hours. So it
that's the only
cocks its
thing.
head back and forth and goes, no, that's it. Just big cat stealing food.
Okay, little rat. Thank you.
Do you have cheese?
Can I give it a little? Did it just ask me for cheese?
Yeah. Do you have
Yes,
cheese?
and you can turn into cheese. Roll out.
I'm not carrying it. I'm carrying like some beans with me. Can I
Oh,
give it?
beans? Yeah, I want beans. Can I have beans?
I'm gonna give it
It
like.
crawls up to you and begins to crawl on your leg.
I'm gonna feed it some beans.
Okay. It will munch on the beans out of your hands. How does the rest of the party feel about her talking to a rat? Cool.
Just kind of looking on in disgust.
I am amused.
Largely uninterested.
Fine. What else do you guys have you seen? What else do you need to know? Lots of clues lying about.
Yeah, can we
Ask
take a look
away.
at a body and actually see what kind of wounds the body has on it?
Absolutely. That is good investigatory technique here. So, give me an investigation roll. Everybody that's looking at a body.
Okay.
I'm not. I'm just scanning the room, checking it.
Okay.
Hold on.
11, 9. Anyone else want to investigate the body? I guess it's just the two of you. Katerino is a 15. That's a good roll. So you can tell that the wounds are all slashing and piercing. They all seem to come from about a medium-sized blade, probably like your common arming sword. Most of these people were killed in a single well-placed strike. You know, like a blow to the throat, a blow to under the arm, a blow through the belly, something like that. A few of these bodies have 2 wounds, but you don't see any bodies here with 3 wounds. They've clearly all been moved because they're stacked here nice and neatly. Let's see. They definitely did not die in this spot. Oops, not what I do. Let's see. What is the high? You got a 15. The attacker, whoever was killing these people, was about their same height. For the dwarves that are dead here, because about half the miners are dwarves. it was definitely someone that was taller. So someone about human-sized, or some people about human-sized. You can tell that they've been dead for a week, about, roughly. And I think that's all we're going to get with the 15.
Okay. And wait, are you writing all this down, Jeff?
Yeah. Writing that down.
I need to take notes next time.
I have a little
Okay.
book and pen out, so I'm writing stuff down.
Okay. Dead bodies for sure. What about around it? Like, are there any clues around the bodies, like not them themselves?
Yeah, the rest of the mine? Sure, why don't you spread out, search the mine, find something interesting, and we can talk about it.
Or here, Toki, why don't you go north, and Nevitz can go over there.
Should I give you a passive perception check, Neil? I'm looking around the room for security purposes, but what if I see something type of thing?
Yeah, I would prefer maybe not a passive perception check, but just a general perception or investigation roll, whichever you feel is more appropriate.
Is there a reason why I'm not supposed to be able to see past, like, to the southeast of my character? Or is this bugging out?
Let me try and find you. Oh, yeah, there's just no source of light there. You've just run out of light. If you get a torch or something, holy crap, Veldur. Yeah, you see all sorts of shit. If you get a torch or something, you can see that area, no problem.
Okay. Can I grab...
Nevitz.
Or sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, you can grab the thingy.
Grab a light source of some sort.
So yeah, I orbit the room, but it turns out I'm really on point.
Yeah.
Do we have torches? Is this yes?
Yeah, I will give you light sources on your tokens if you pick up one of these lanterns that are on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can now see, and where is our fearless? Here we go. There you go. Now you both have light sources that will move around with you.
Of course, before we split up, the party, like, we always have a keyword or a key call when we do split up. If anyone's in any trouble, we do a loud bird call. A loud caw-caw! That's our signal, okay?
That's your signal?
Always our signal, yes.
Anyways, Neil, I rolled 20.
You rolled amazingly. So you notice a couple of things right off the bat. A warrior like you picks this up right away. All of the miners' tools are neatly stacked in these racks up here in this area to the north of where you are. There's axes, there's picks, there's all sorts of mining equipment. They're all put away carefully. There's not a lick of blood on any of them. You will see also that everything seems to be intact. You'll walk through some of these areas and no crates are broken into. There's like a small office to the northwest that is still intact. All the papers are there. The drawers are still closed. If you open the drawers, you'll even find some cash in there that no one has taken or looked for. Let's see. No money, supplies, or tools are missing. You will note to yourself that you haven't seen any animals around. And usually a mine like this would have at least like one horse for riding and maybe some oxen to pull carts or something, but none of those are anywhere near to be found. You find a ledger with like all the details and all the information that you would have in a mine, like operational charts, expenditures, shipments. I believe you're illiterate, so you can't read it, but it's a useful bit of tooling. I think you're illiterate. Yeah. Most people are illiterate unless they are fancy-pantsy. It's a common thing, nothing to be ashamed of.
Nobody's ashamed here.
I'm literate.
Yes. What have you found over here, Daff?
A whole fuck ton of things. I found a lot of blood. A lot of blood. Very much blood.
Yeah.
Can I investigate around this room here?
Definitely. Give me an investigation check.
All right. It's coming in now.
Yeah, this is definitely where everyone was killed here. You can find a couple of weapons. They look like guards' weapons right near the front door, front entrance to this area. And everything else is most of the blood is towards the back. It looks like most people were in this room when they were killed. Some were in the other room, and there are footprints coming in and out here. The boots tell you it's a medium-sized creature, and with a 17, you can see that the boot size is about the same across the board. You know, it's in blood, so it's hard to measure if it's the exact same boot size, or if there's like a slight variation, but they're all about the same size.
Okay, and I also found a weapon, or some weapons over here too. Can I inspect those?
Yeah, you can. Let's see. Those look like guards, spears, or halberds here. And it looks like they were just left here where they were killed, presumably, while the bodies were moved away. Both the weapons have blood on them, but only one of them has blood on like all the way around the tip, right? They've both been kind of like lying in blood. One of them looks like it's actually wounded somebody. The other one doesn't look like it wounded anybody at all. Yeah. And it's about this point where you hear some shouts and cries coming from the entrance to the mine. And one of the guards is booking it your way.
I'm going to go head over there pretty quickly.
Yeah, same. Okay. The wounded guard makes his way towards you guys. Let me put his HP visible so you can see it. The wounded guard is running your direction, going, "Ah! Mountain lions! Mountain lions!" Shouting.
Oh, so that's the cat.
As you can see, 2 mountain lions slowly stalking after this person. And I think it's at the point where we should take our first break. And when we come back from break, we'll fight some mountain lions. Or, whatever you want to do.
Or commune with them.
Commune? Maybe
Be their
eat
friend.
them?
Yeah, please don't tell us what we're gonna do. You don't know.
Yeah, maybe you'll just tie him to a tree and it'll be fine. I think that's always a good strategy. Yeah.
Yeah, this is actually a no fighting campaign, so we're.
Well, we do have
this
we have a vegetarian with us, so.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll be back in 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Peace out. Or be right back.
Yay.
Don't peace out.
Sorry.
All right. Roll initiative. You don't have to fight, but you have to roll initiative.
Okay.
Oh.
How do we roll it? Just
So you're gonna click on your token, and you're gonna. Ooh, I don't have that button for you.
You don't.
You're going to click on. You're gonna open your character sheet and click the initiative button.
did it work?
No.
Almost.
I keep saying we wanted to send the result of this roll to the turn tracker, but no valid I have to
You gotta select
my
a token. Mm-hmm.
Wait, where are you seeing this initiative thing at? In the character sheet? Oh, I think I see it. Okay.
Oh, you should be mountain lions.
These lions are rolling pretty bad.
Yeah, they did not do so
keep it
well.
up.
All right, and our guard and our knight will also roll in here. Guard rolls a 5er. Knight rolls a 19. Okay. Descending initiative order. Valdur, you are the first one to act. You see 2 mountain lions coming down the hallway, prowling. The guard that has approached you is clearly wounded by one of these mountain lions.
I'm going to attempt to move here. Is that enough movement?
Mm-hmm. Ooh, one less. You can do 30 feet, I believe.
Right there?
Yeah, that seems good.
Hold action attack.
Okay. Next up is the knight, and he will also go. He'll move up to beside you, but he will have to use his action to get there, so he can't do anything. The first mountain lion prowls back and forth in front of you, looking at you, considering the meal before it. You're both heavily armored. You both have shields. You both have swords. Mountain Lion's not particularly happy about the situation, so I'm going to have it make a morale check to see if it is hungry enough to go after such a heavily armed person as yourself. The Mountain Lion passes its morale check with flying colors and will leap to attack guy on the left, guy on the right. Guy on the left. But as he gets here, your held action will go off. Make an attack against the Mountain Lion.
10?
No dice. Mountain Lion has higher AC than that.
Excellent.
Your attack misses. And the Mountain Lion will... does more. Will bite. Actually, hold on. When it takes a running foot, it can leap 25 feet. If it moves 20 feet, it can... and then hits with a claw. Right, so it's going to leap and bat at the knight to try and knock him down. And a 24 is going to do it for 5 points of damage. And the knight will have to make a strength saving throw or be knocked prone. And the knight fails with a natural 1 and just gets knocked to the ground. If the target is knocked prone, the lion can make 1 bite attack against it as a bonus action. Then the lion will
I can dash. I have charger. My bad.
Where is our... So our knight has taken 5 damage. And let's put that on the overlay so you can see it. It's fine. Close enough. Daff, you are next.
Hello. Okay. I like to use the spell Dissonant Whispers.
Ooh.
This thing.
Second. So is there a saving throw involved, or how's it work?
Okay.
Tell us how it works.
Dissonant, can I read it to you? Is that,
yeah.
is that... Okay, awesome. Dissonant Whispers is a level 1 spell, first of all, and I have to find it in my little thing here. First, Control F. What the frick? I can't find it. Where is it? What the heck? Okay, well, basically, it's like a, it does... Oh, here it is. I'm sorry. Okay, it does... Makes
You whisper a discordant melody that only one creature of your choice within range can hear, racking it with terrible pain.
The target makes a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 3d6 psychic damage and must immediately use its reaction to move as far as its speed allows away from you.
All right. So Lion will make a wisdom save, which is a 4. I believe that is a fail. So it has to use its reaction to move away.
Attack of opportunity.
You used your reaction when you readied your attack, unfortunately.
No,
I am
that's just
sorry.
holding an action.
5e. You know what? You're right. According to the rules as written, it's not, but I like your way of doing it better.
Yeah.
Let's do it that way. Go ahead and make your attack of opportunity. You hit very strongly for 9 points of damage. The lion will take 9 as it retreats back. Ooh, it can actually go a little bit farther.
I rolled 2 1s on accident. Oopsies.
You rolled a 7 the first time when you cast it. I'm just gonna keep your 7.
Oh, I didn't. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm still learning the roll 20 thing.
All good. Toki.
How much can I move? 30?
30 feet, which is... No, you can move 25 because you're a dwarf. Right? So 25 feet is going to be 5 hexes.
So around here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm just gonna move there then. And that's all I'm gonna do. Well, yeah. Well, actually, can I use... I don't know how to pronounce this. Shillelagh.
Shillelagh.
Shillelagh. That's a bonus action, right? Yeah.
I don't know your spells. You tell
It's
me.
a bonus action. So I'll just use that and make my staff super cool and wait.
Put it in chat for us. Click the Shillelagh button.
Shillelagh.
Lovely. So that is a move and a bonus action. What would you like to do with your action?
Oh wait, the move is into action?
Mm-mm. You get a move, an action, and a bonus action.
Can I just like ready myself? Since I can't
You can
move
ready.
anymore?
You can use your action to keep moving if you want
Oh
to
yeah,
do
keep moving
another
then.
movement. So you can
Yeah,
move another
yeah.
5 squares, hexes.
Yeah, I'll move.
Perfect.
Mhm.
Nebbits.
The little hexes, by the way, like right now.
Each hex is 5 feet.
So if my move speed,
I didn't hear the question. What was the question there, Daff?
Oh, just however you answered it. However
Perfect.
many. Yeah.
so with a speed of 25, am I clear to move? Can you see where I'm hovering?
I cannot see where you're hovering.
Okay, right there.
But if you 50, yeah, that'd be a double move.
Okay. If I understand my cunning correctly, I think I can use my bonus action to move another 25 feet and then ready an attack here. Is that okay?
Yep, that is good.
Okay, attack is ready.
All right. The second lion sees the first one run and isn't certain about this anymore. It's a little bit scary. So it's going to back off. Not like a running back off, but more of like I'm casually walking away from this party. It doesn't really matter. I'm just going to slink away. And the wounded guard runs further inside the mine and catches breath. Valdur, you're next.
So, Charger, when you use your action to dash, which means I double move, right? I go 60 feet. I actually get to attack at the end of that. If
Yes,
you
you
move
do.
it's 10 feet in a straight line, so it has to be in a straight line. Before taking the bonus action, gain +5 bonus to the attack, and then if I hit, they get pushed 10 feet.
Yeah. You're going to do that? Because the lion is exactly the distance for you.
Yeah, I'll do it, man.
Right.
That's the sound I make. No, I don't.
Interesting.
Right there.
You charge on in, right at the lion's rear.
Totally
Get a
normal
+5 to
breathing.
hit.
Yeah. The +5 to this, I don't think it adds this.
Oh
this is a
my
crit.
god, it doesn't even frickin' matter. Roll
It's
me
double
some
crit,
damage
actually.
there. It is a double crit. It's amazing.
18.
Although, how do you roll? Oh, because you crit on a 19. That's how you can crit when they're not equal numbers. Excellent. 18 damage to the lion, which will actually just outright kill it. It automatically fails its saving throw and gets pushed back 10 feet.
Yep.
Because
So I like swing so hard and cut it in half that its body part sprays on the other line.
Also, just as a reminder, if that charge worked the same way as that bonus sword I had, I think the +5 is on the damn roll, right? Not the hit roll? Or am I wrong on that?
+5 bonus to the attack's damage roll. Oh, you're right, actually.
yeah.
My bad.
Oh,
Because we had one of those swords
Wow.
in the last campaign we played, yeah.
Yep, good call. So it's not on the hit, it's the damage.
all right. So instead of being 18 damage, it's 23.
I want the corpse to explode.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
You
your strength making
split it
up
in
for your
half.
lack of intellect.
Across
Not
the
bad.
side. The other knight gets to his feet, which takes half his movement, and then he grumpily, he feels a little embarrassed here, charges down here after you and gets to about there. Let's see. Whoops. No, my mouse is double clicking. That's a deadline. Daff, it's your turn.
This I will use another spell. I'm gonna use Dissonant Whispers again.
Okay. Cast another first level spell slot. You got to get within range of being able to actually see the lion, though.
Okay. I will move up.
But also, what does that do? Right?
Whisper words and it does 3d6 damage.
Oh, it does 3d6 damage. Oh.
Can
So
you
runaway
see
part.
the lion from
Okay.
there? Look like
I'm
it.
trying to yes. I think you get 30 feet of
That's 6 hexes for you.
okay, I moved 3 so far, I think. So I'll move up
Can we get rid
here.
of the dead lion?
The answer's gotta be no.
Can I see a lion yet?
The
I don't know. Can you see a lion?
Maybe I can just. No, I can't. I'm sorry.
All right, so you got to keep moving
well.
then.
Good. I'll just anymore unless I can use my other action or
You
my
can use your
action.
action to dash. Yeah.
Will dash. 30 feet, is that true?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get a lot faster about this once you kind of get used to it.
Yeah. So I end my turn there, I guess.
Excellent. Toki.
I'm gonna do exactly move twice.
You want to move twice?
To get as close as I can.
Sure. That's a one move right there. That is a second move right there. All right, Nebbits.
I will move down. Only 50 feet, so. Yep.
Because you're a small guy.
Yep, and then I'll ready to attack, I guess, yeah.
Sure. The lion sees what's up and sees that its companion, its mate, dead, and decides to fuck off. It turns around and bolts like a kitty cat, moving at 100. Its base move is 50, so when it dashes, it goes 100. And
actually,
flees the mine.
I'm curious. On my cunning, since I could take a bonus action to dash, can I also take an action to dash? Like, could I move a full 75 feet, or can you only do that like
We
one?
have house ruled that away, so you
Okay,
cannot
gotcha.
do that.
Damn. All right. Just wondering.
Yeah. The lion flees, and I don't think any of you can catch it. None of you are fast enough, so we can just step out of combat right here. It escapes. But you are left with one dead lion in your mine.
Yay!
Right.
Are there
Murder
people
animals.
outside? I guess we can assume it just keeps running.
Yeah, there were two guards outside. One wounded one came back in, so as if you go poke your head out, you will find a dead guard outside the mine.
Didn't we have like a whole?
Clearly.
Didn't we have like 8 knights with us or 8 guards with us? Like.
The other 6 are inside the mine, clearing the deeper parts of it to make sure there's no monsters
okay.
inside.
Gotcha.
I assume we can get back to our investigation. I'll just keep my eye on this tunnel in case the lion gets brave again.
Yeah.
Can I want to look at Toki, and I'm not sure. I don't think I've ever seen her kill an animal before, or like see an animal die. So I wanna look at her and examine if she's like unaffected or if she's sad by it. You know.
I
Question.
don't show any emotions. It's just a dead animal. All animals die eventually.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Damn, what a badass.
So,
Sorry, my bad. I was just wondering.
Toki, I hold my hand out to shake your hand.
Shake it.
I
Shake my
shake it back.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's blood on my palm, and I'm like, so now you can turn into a lion, as I understand it.
That's not how this works.
Listen, I don't know magic, but I think you can turn into a lion.
I kind of awkwardly wipe the blood on my cloak and just
You're
give him like a half nod, like, you know, like that awkward.
To be useful, more than a rabbit. You keep turning into a rabbit. I'm not sure what that's all about, but
It's a good. I have a history with rabbits. One of these days, if we ever get closer, I will tell you my story.
okay. I don't think flirting right now is appropriate, but I hear you. All right.
The knight gets to his feet, dusts himself off, goes, well, maybe those sorts of creatures are what did this mine in. Makes sense why they wouldn't have taken anything of value.
What?
The
one more
mountain
time.
lions. The mountain lions.
Yes. What about them?
Maybe that's what killed all these people.
No. They do.
sure,
Their
no.
weapons is what killed the people back there, and mountain lions do not wield weapons unless they can turn into. Looks
Have
at
you ever
Toby.
seen a mountain lion who wields a sword?
Yes.
Mountain lions were just here to eat the dead bodies.
I believe that this was done by humans.
Definitely humans.
Who would want to do this to these people? Who
Who
would have the
indeed?
means,
That's a good
motive, and
question.
opportunity?
That's the mystery, isn't it?
Our investigation was interrupted, so if you'll allow us to get back to it.
Sure. And you guys have searched this area well enough now that I'm just going to turn off the like fancy lighting stuff because you've seen everything.
Okay.
So no need to move your characters around anymore. We'll just look at the whole map for
We're
each.
in the theater of the mind, yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
I wanna move my character around for the immersion.
Okay.
Then go for it. Oh wow, what's going on with your screen there?
I'm not
That's some
quite
crazy
sure.
shit you got going on.
Looks like my mind's theater is quite fucked.
Yeah,
fuck.
something's fucked
Very
right
new
there. That you might want to refresh. That is the weirdest bug I've ever seen.
What's wrong with it?
Do you guys all have like weird visiony looking thingies?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, roll 20. Program.
I
This looks
think when you turned off the light, it made it go
Just-
crazy.
left the light in the same position and
Yeah.
allows you to do
mhm.
everything. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
All right,
Wait.
much better. So you can see
I'm
the whole
gonna
line now.
refresh.
Is this anything important? This desk and stuff? Where am I?
Yeah, that looks like the foreman's office. It's just kind of tucked away here. You've got boxes and crates filled with supplies. The desk drawers have documents in them. Some books are lying on the floor like they've been knocked aside. There's a little bit of money within the desk. There's some wine. There's all sorts of supplies that the foreman would use.
What about their documents? Is there anything important there?
Sure. You are literate because you're a fancy pantsy noble. If you see like how much ore has been pulled out, how much iron has been pulled from the ore and shipped. There's a list of regular shipments and exact weights on how much it has been. There's a little document for the costs and operations, when people have been paid, how much food has been consumed. You've got like all the businessy ends of things here. Why don't you give me an investigation check while you look at that ledger to see if you can find anything odd?
My character didn't disappear.
What can you tell me what I'm looking at? I don't know how to like make a thing. Is it
If you
alt
click
click?
on the no, it's the pointer, and then you just click and hold.
Wait, what?
If you're on the pointer icon tool and you click and hold somewhere, it'll ping.
Oh, do you see where I'm pinging?
Yeah, I see where you're pinging.
Yeah.
That is a minecart,
Okay.
right over next to a collapsed area. It looks like it's empty at the time. Yeah. Do you have anyone else have any other questions about the mine?
Did the investigation check bring up anything?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Did my investigation check bring up anything? Or
Perfect. Yes, your investigation check shows a fairly productive mine. On the date in question, when like they should have had a shipment, it looks like there is a box of stuff all ready to go. In fact, it's the box right next to you. These boxes are packed with iron, ready to be shipped out, and it says like ready to be shipped out. Actually, it's a few days before the mine actually was supposed to ship them. Let's take a look at the timeline of events here, because timelines are always important in investigation. It's a one-day trip from the mine to the town, and 5 days ago is when the mine should have been sent this shipment. And it looks like the shipment was ready to go 9 days ago. So it wasn't sent 9 days ago, but it should have been sent 5 days ago, if that makes sense. Or doesn't make sense, as it may be.
so it was ready to ship 9 days ago. It could have been shipped, but it wasn't shipped.
Mm-hmm.
And 5 days ago is when
That's
it was
when it should have
to be shipped?
arrived.
Oh, it should
Mhm.
arrive. Okay.
Same ship and arrive on the same day. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. So what do you guys think? Why don't the party gather in the middle and discuss their theories, thoughts, ideas?
Before we do that, can I assume like can I do like a once over of the whole I mean I assume I don't see anything else of note. It looks pretty like a pretty basic mine, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Just a ride, so it's kind of disappointing.
I'm gonna
But,
put all the clues that you found thus far in the Discord as well.
Cool.
Oh,
I see
thank you.
some like some hole-looking thingies. I would ping it, but I haven't figured out how to yet. But it'll come soon.
What is this thing I'm pinging over here? What is this?
Hold on, let me just give you your clues.
Oh, sure.
Hey.
Little bit of formatting, so it's easy. Just there you go. That is the list of clues of the bodies, the mine, and the logs and ledgers. Okay, what are you guys trying to look at?
Destiny was looking at like a dam looking thing.
Yeah, this thing over here. What is this?
There is like a sluice over here.
Yes, a
these
sluice.
are large pools of water, and there seems to be some sort of mechanism to allow water to move from one side to the other, and a whole bunch of buckets nearby that you could use to fill water and give it to the miners to drink. Why you would have a sluice in a mine, I think, is beyond you. You're not a miner. You're a street rat.
What was so funny about that?
Riff raff.
I was just laughing at your street rat. Yeah, you're like Aladdin.
Street rat.
Song about you.
It's a prince in waiting.
Thank you.
Okay, so the bar thing, the sloop, whatever the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
There is a ladder gate that like above the ladder. Talking about.
I don't know what you're
I haven't figured out how to
No.
ping yet.
All right. Do you know the top button, the one that looks like an arrow on the upper left side of the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're on that one, just click and hold somewhere on the map. Okay.
Okay, this thing I'm
I see
pinging
what you're
right
saying.
here. You see it?
Yeah, I see it.
Poor guy. Yeah. Thank you very much.
That there is the stopping mechanism at the end of a mine track. So that way, because it goes downhill a little bit, and if someone loses control of the mine cart, that way it won't like run off the rails and smash into the mine. It just keeps the mine carts in place.
Thank you. My brain registered it as a ladder, which is interesting.
It kind of looks like a ladder. I'll give it to you.
Okay, and then there are these little box-looking things around. I'll ping it once I find one. But I assume
those are mine
it's
carts.
just- Oh, they're mine. Okay, all right.
You could ride them. Yes.
So the tools are all neatly put back in the one room, right? All of them are.
They're all neatly stacked away. What does that mean? Why are all the tools stacked away? Let's theory craft, guys.
Do you guys have any ideas as to what you think happened here?
Well, they weren't killed here, right? We just know they were killed in that room.
That seems to be the case.
There's a lot of blood to our right, so obviously there was some murder going on, over there.
Feels like an execution, like they were brought together into a room, slaughtered, and then laid out here.
It seems like there were some actual fights. Like the miners did put up a fight, though.
Well, it doesn't look like the miners.
Weapons.
Yeah. Do you think it's possible
Did
that they were
look like that?
Were they forced to work on some project before being killed? Maybe.
That true, because they didn't send out that when they should have.
Kat, did you turn on the voice activation thing again? So
What?
when you say
Wait.
one word, we don't hear it. When you say the three words, we'll hear the second and third word.
Frick. Okay, well, what I said didn't matter anyway, so. But I regretted it after I said it, so my microphone was doing me a favor.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry about that. Dumb.
Well, we know that some people were killed outside in their beds. There were 4 people killed in their beds. We know that everybody was corralled into a couple rooms and then killed by a select few people.
Well, we don't know that they were corralled necessarily. We don't know that.
Wow.
And only a couple staff. which means to me again execution.
Yeah.
Solo.
What how else would they have all gotten into the room?
Maybe they were chased in there. People came and they ran. You know.
I find it a bit unlikely that everybody
to
was
the
chased
same room?
to a single room.
They was killed in their sleep.
4 were killed in their sleep. Yes, very good, Toki.
Being corralled is probably the most likely thing. Well, can we investigate the body anymore?
Sure.
I don't know
what,
how. Yeah, go ahead.
What are you looking for on the body? Is there something specific you're looking for, or you just kind of just want to run another check on him?
I want to run another check.
Sure. You can stand around and all 4 of you look at the bodies. You've got time. There's nothing really pressing here. Let's see. You will see that there are no scraps of cloth that don't belong. There's no like evidence that is lying here that shouldn't be here. No, nothing that would have gotten from the attackers to the victims. There's no fur or hair near any of the wounds, so it looks like it's already on the list. Let's see, and can I get? I'm gonna need someone to make me a medicine check to really like investigate the, call it
Do it.
get the timeline of death down properly.
I don't have very high medicine shit. So, yeah, Lily got it.
17. Yeah, with a 17, you can't pin down the exact day that they were dead, but it looks to be about a week since they were alive.
See if I get a 20 or something crazy.
What?
Whoa!
You got it.
Wait, I did.
Well, Katerino, why does Daff know so much about dead bodies that he can pinpoint with surprising accuracy when they died?
Ask the dice.
No, I'm asking you. Why do you know this about dead bodies? How much time have you spent around dead bodies, Daff? Is there something in your
Daff-
backstory you haven't shared with us yet?
Daff used to be he used to work in these kind of businesses, and he had to kill. He was a mercenary of sorts at some point. So he did a lot.
But it feels like you know
of
dead
work.
bodies intimately. You know what I mean?
Yeah, usually murderers kill somebody and walk away from them. They don't keep the bodies around.
Not like get up
Okay,
close.
okay, fine. I wasn't able to pinpoint it. Okay, come on. Leave me alone.
You just talked yourself out of a good roll.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay, that's the opposite direction.
I know the dead bodies quite well because I spent a lot of time. I was always. Wait. Okay, hold on.
Cat.
Okay, so.
We're in imaginary land. You can literally say anything right now.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
God.
It's all open.
All she can think about right now is Korean barbecue. This is already lost.
Yeah.
It's Thursday, okay? It's
Yep.
Friday. Okay, so I was a mercenary and I used to loot bodies often, but I also did investigation things. Like I was at one point the person who like it was kind of the start, when I was an assistant, I was the assistant to the person who had to the time the body was killed and I know a lot, okay?
So it sounds like
so
Daff.
nervous and weird. It feels like the actual answer she's embarrassed to say or something, but it's role playing. She's like, I had sex with
I'm
this
not
body.
nervous.
What do you want me to
I'm coming
say?
up with it off the top of my head.
It sounds like Daff used to loot dead bodies and got pretty good at estimating how long they had been dead because Daff moved from corpse to corpse and would come to a battle 4 days after it happened to loot bodies, and comes to another one 6 days after it happens to loot the bodies, and slowly develops a time for oh yeah, this body's been dead for 7 days. This body's been dead for 8 days because you've seen so many dead bodies because you've looted them so much. How about that?
Thank you, Koibu. Thanks for sharing. Okay, yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Cool. That's what I felt like you were getting
Read
to,
my
but you're just
mind.
missing
Yeah,
the words.
exactly.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
these bodies have been dead for 8 days.
Is the Keldrake Silverhorn guy, is he still in here?
He is. He is pacing around, sort of just waiting.
Sir Kel, Sir Kel, I don't know how you address it. Keldrake Silverhorn.
Kel Silverhorn.
Kel
Thank you very
Silverhorn.
much.
How important was your uncle as a man? Is his death going to leave this mine in disarray, or is he easily replaced?
His death will... It is tragic for our family and to his mistress. His wife is long ago dead. The mine will fall to whoever inherits it. And I suppose if they can get new miners, and it can be up and running quite quickly. Doesn't look like anything was taken. Should be able to just replace the personnel and get back to work immediately. No lost production at all.
Where was Lord Silverhorn's body found?
Here, in the room. The bloody room. We took his body home. We thought his mistress would like to have it.
That sounded kind of weird, but...
For burial!
That was out of character, Koibu, damn. Whose train is in the background? Oh my god, I'm losing my train of thought.
Sorry, that's my train. My bad.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So,
Can we search the dead bodies
I think we've exhausted our search of the dead
for
bodies.
any types of clues? Search
Sure.
them, like they're wearing clothing, right?
Yeah. Well, let's see. The clothing is ripped open in sort of like slashing and stabbing marks. These slashing and stabbing marks seem to come from something like an arming sword. There's one wound on most people. Some have 2. None of them have 3. The slashing and stabbing marks look like they come from a person of average height. No one especially tall or especially short. All of the attackers seem to be wearing boots. Bodies have been dead for 8 days. There's no signs of fur or hair on or near any of the wounds, and no scraps of cloth from an attacker.
Okay. Can we wait. Are there like weapons on can we search their pockets or bags? Are there weapons or anything on the bodies?
They don't have pockets. They don't have bags. Their pockets have small personal effects. Most of them are empty. Some of them have some lint. Some of them might have a few copper coins here or there. But pretty much nothing, because they're working in a mine all the time. There's not much use carrying things in pockets. They have absolutely no weapons on them whatsoever.
Can we take the copper that was on their bodies?
Yes. You want to do that while
Like
this
the
knight is
guard?
standing here?
Yeah, we're not gonna. Okay, we'll
wanna
save it for later.
sort
We'll
of-
save it for later. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Well,
I'd imagine if somebody was trying to sabotage the shipment, they would have done something to destroy more of the mine. They would have either sabotaged the tools, or they would have taken the iron itself.
Well, let me ask you a question. Why might somebody do this? Why would somebody kill everyone here and not take any of their shit?
Cover up another thing?
why would they?
What was that? To cover up a...
Cover up another crime that took place here?
Interesting.
Crime of trespassing.
Well, why don't you guys write down some ideas, huh? Someone jots down possible reasons for this murder, and you can go through them and eliminate them one by one, and then you can form a list of suspects.
Maybe they were trying to feed the mountain lions. Maybe druids did it. Sorry.
So, possible reasons for the crime: to cover up another crime with an even bloodier one. It's a good reason. Why else might someone? Why else might someone or some group do this?
Maybe it was a group of ex-miners or something like that. Some people that used to work for it and had a personal vendetta against them.
So some sort of like revenge,
Yeah.
vengeance sort of thing.
It's too organized. not a crime of passion.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I don't think it could be that.
Their tools were put away. They were organized into rooms. They were stabbed once, maybe twice, never 3.
It was
How is that possible? How could everyone be put into a room without any of their tools, which are like picks and shovels, pretty decent weapons, and then be killed?
Well, we immediately tossed out the idea that they were all chased randomly and just happened to go into 2
Yes,
rooms.
yes.
That was
Mass
Maybe-
suicide. Wait, no.
Mass suicide. Oh, okay.
You ever tried to
Why
stab
would they
yourself with a
stab
sword?
themselves?
Yeah, no, it couldn't have been suicide because they were cleanly cut or killed from range.
What about, like, maybe the reason they had no weapons on them was because they were going to, like, maybe it happened at night. They were heading back to the bed chambers, wherever they sleep.
Or they were brought from their beds, yes.
Mm.
I agree.
But then why would they only kill 4 in their bed?
They're killed by someone
To
they
show
trust.
them that they meant business.
There was some resistance put up in this small area, right? That's why there are weapons on the ground, and we saw that some. Or no?
Yeah, there were 2 weapons in that room. They looked like guards' weapons, like guards' spears, as if there were 2 guards in that room with all the other people.
Maybe once the killing started, they knew that their only chance was to defend themselves.
So, looks like we've got some good clues as to why someone might have done this. Now let's talk about possible suspects. There are 3 things to consider when looking for a suspect: means, motivation, and opportunity. First one, means. Who does someone have the ability to actually do this? Who could actually kill all of these people? Motive, do they have a reason to do this? Who would benefit from this? Who would want to kill all of these people? And then opportunity, who is in the right place at the right time to be able to do this? Those 3 things will lead you, hopefully, to all of your suspects.
Well, we know that they didn't get a shipment out on time, right? We know that. So we also found guards' weapons in the thing. So could it have been who killed them? Could it have been like an inside job type of thing?
Does an inside job make sense? Does that fit with the clues?
Maybe.
Well, the weird thing is, how would a room full of people be executed by like a very small number of people? Like, that makes me feel like it makes me lean towards some sort of magic or drug or something. Like, I don't understand how that many people could be killed without like fighting wounds or something, right?
Well, they were all cornered, right? Backed into a narrow area, so it's not like they could. If there was a fight in here, you know, if there's 40 some dead people, whoever's in this passageway is only 5 feet wide here and 6 feet wide here, and you know.
Yeah, but they could charge the guy, right?
Perhaps.
Listen, man,
Definitely.
didn't you watch the Chernobyl show? The miner dudes are tough people. Would they really just cower in the corner and get killed one by one?
Probably not. It's a good point.
But I don't know if that Chernobyl special is aired yet in this world, so maybe the miners aren't brave. I'm not sure.
They're not
Yeah,
badass
they're
Russian naked miners. These guys are wearing clothes.
Yeah. Noble isn't out yet, so they're definitely not motivated to fight back yet or be cool. Why would? But I don't know. I'm stuck on why would guards' weapons be here? Is there any other reason? Like, were there guards at the mine when it happened, or was it only the miners?
Yeah, in charge of the mine. The mine's security was a single knight and 8 guards.
And then all the miners died too.
And then all the miners, the foreman and the cook. Yeah. So going back to the miners being defensive, if they fought back, which seems reasonable, who could have taken them on?
Somebody really strong. Or a group of people really strong.
Mm-hmm.
Based on the records that we were given, and the understanding, I guess, that a mountain lion has taken at least one body, are all the other bodies accounted for?
Ooh, great question.
I think I counted
yes.
like 50 out there. Okay, so everybody is accounted for.
Yes, all 8 guards are accounted for.
Mm-hmm.
The knight is accounted for. The cook is missing, but the foreman, the smelters, and the workers are all here. Additionally, the lord who is visiting is missing, but we already know that he was taken away.
How long
So
is this
there's one
mine?
missing bodies
How long is this mine operated for?
A couple hundred years.
How often does the Lord visit?
You can ask his nephew here, who tells you that he checks all of the mines rarely, just coming by once in a blue moon to make sure everything is running smoothly.
Would it have
Usually
been?
he delegates it to other people, but I believe there was a new knight here. What was his name? The young one, Kel Therold. She was new to the area. Just recently knighted somewhat last month by Lord Silverhorn and given command of the mine. Perhaps he was here to check up on her.
Would it have been known that he was traveling here in advance, at least 24 hours in advance?
That's a question for his mistress. My uncle and I don't see eye to eye or speak very often.
So we can rule out a backstab or some sort of inside job. If every single person here in the mine is dead, I think we can comfortably say that nobody would stage an inside job that winded up with them being killed, unless they were backstabbed by the people that they helped organize it with, right?
The cook, we can assume, is the one taken by the mountain lion, so, yeah.
Now, what isn't here that you might expect to be here? What is missing from this picture?
Tools, for sure.
All the tools are accounted for, but they're not on any of the people. It is suspicious.
Is everything, I mean, in a like, are all the, I don't know, like all the stuff they mined, is that still here? Because it wasn't shipped out, right?
Yeah, everything is still here, so it wasn't just a group of
all
thieves.
accounted.
It's all accounted for. Everything is here.
Where else could you go for clues? You seem to, at least for now, have exhausted the clues here. Where else might you be able to find clues to this murder? Massacre.
Well, I mean, I think the whole mine we searched, right? Outside of the mine, I guess we should just look more outside, right? There has to be more.
Sure. Why don't we step back outside?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm at school. I'm too stupid.
It's all right. It's your first investigation, your first real investigation. If it was easy, it would be boring.
Yeah, it's fun. We just gotta figure it out. There's more clues to be found. We're fine. If this was just they corralled someone into a certain place and then killed them there, why would there be blood right here? Why would someone have died here?
Yeah.
Maybe someone is.
This is so.
Using your checks, it looks like 2 someones died here, actually. There's big blood pools, 2 of them.
Okay. Were you gonna say something, Lily?
Alright, so everyone was killed in a pretty orderly fashion except for those 2?
And there's blood over here, too.
So it seems like this possibly could have been some sort of like staged ambush, right? If they carefully went after the people in the watchtower, killed 4 people sleeping, and then the knight or whatever on guard out here.
Yeah.
This, and then they moved their way into the mine. Yeah.
The knight was probably the one here.
They weren't killed in the watchtower. They were killed at the base of the watchtower. Is that significant, or is that same, but different?
It probably just means the people on watch started to run down, right? Because is this like a stairway?
Yeah.
Is that what this is? Yeah. So I
Yeah.
assume they saw the people coming and then started to run down and got killed right here. Yeah. Did we search inside the watchtower already? We did, yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing up there. It looks completely fine.
Interesting.
In game, the sun is getting low. The knight with you, Kel Silverhorn, offers to, suggests that we make camp. He'll have one of his men use the kitchen in the house over here to set things up and get everyone some food. And yeah, maybe you guys can resume the search in the morning as the sun is getting low. And with that, why don't we go to our second break?
Key.
All right, we'll be back.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Of Dice and Men. Your night passes uneventfully. You wake up in the morning. One of the guards is cooking some basic, meager meals, and Kel Silverhorn is pacing back and forth, staring at the sky.
Okay.
Well, have you figured it out? Or at least, most importantly, is the mine in any future danger? Because if it's not, then, well, we can reopen it, and that's all that really matters.
Neil?
As of right now, it's too soon to tell, but we will let you know. We are going to investigate more today and hopefully come up with more of a firm answer for you regarding that matter.
I want to look into the way he said that.
Mm-hmm.
See if I can detect anything.
Why don't you give me an insight check? He seems impatient, like he just wants to get the fuck out of here.
I kind of look at him then, and I'm sitting, eating a blood orange, which is my compromise with Toki.
Nice.
Because I'm a sensitive guy, too. And I'm kind of like, so there's a lot of these mines, right? So this one's shut down for a period of time. Is it going to just be restaffed and then it goes back to work immediately? There's nothing missing or anything like that?
If there's nothing missing, I see no reason why whoever's mine this is now will can't just restart it.
So the missed shipment, is that going to cost the prince something? Is like, how much does that cost?
It's still here in the mine. We'll
It's just
only
late?
lose yeah, it'll just be late.
And so all of the mines around here, there are many, right? How many are there total?
Ooh, I need to look that information up. Hold on. There are 3 mining villages, each with like 3 to 4 mines off of them. So let's say 10 mines in the area.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the prince, all of these mines work under the government, right? They all work under the prince. They all work for the same guy.
No. Each mine is owned by someone, and they pay a reasonable amount of taxes on up the food chain. I believe some of the mines are owned directly by the prince, and a few other families own a few of the others.
Who
Who owns
owns
this
this
mine?
My uncle.
Right, okay.
But your uncle's dead.
Yes, he is unfortunately dead.
Then who
lives
inherits
here.
the mine?
So does that mean you own it now?
I would have to look into the right of succession. I'm not sure. He has no children, and his wife is dead.
I pull out my sword, declare mystery solved, and I decapitate him. So then I look
Wait.
at the group and just say, no, I'm kidding, Steve.
I don't think you understand the types of campaigns that have been going on, okay? That's fully within the realm of possibility.
Not with me.
So
What was it here?
How
What was
often-
the last person to come to this mine? Did the Did the cook guy, did they have shipments of food that come in? Who was the last person to visit this mine that actually saw it like up and running before everybody was killed?
I have no idea.
Okay, would we be able to find inside? There was a ledger, I believe, that we found that showed. Yeah, would that ledger have information about who the last person to visit the mine was?
Yes, Kenny, the foreman, kept detailed notes on everything that happened here at the mine. The last, if you go through the ledger, the last person that visited was Lord Silverhorn himself. And there is no note of anyone visiting after him. He arrived. Lord Silverhorn arrived 10 days ago. T-minus 10.
And Lord Silverhorn was the owner. Is that correct?
Correct.
10 days ago he visited. 9 days ago the shipment was ready, and 8 days ago they were killed.
Why was he here for 2 days?
I have no idea. He's my uncle. He's not me.
Well, does
Sure,
the ledger
he had a couple of...
Does the ledger provide any details about what he would have been doing here? What Lord Silverhorn was doing here?
Kenny noted only Lord Silverhorn here to introduce the new knight and oversee operations for a while.
This new knight, Keltherold. What do we know about her?
Oh, let's see. Says Kel Silverhorn. I don't know much about her. I only know that she was newly knighted, perhaps in the last month or so. Again, members of my uncle's household would know more details about his personal life than I would. As I said, we didn't often see eye to eye.
Do we know where Keltherold's body was?
Yes. He was killed here. We found it here. He points to this spot in the... Call it.
Wait, I'm sorry, was Keltherold he or she?
She. I'm sorry, I keep mixing up the sex here.
Okay.
Keltherold was killed here, and we brought her body inside. Or at least we found her body here.
So Keltherold, the new knight that was just brought here, the most recent thing to change about this mine, was killed outside in an area separate from everybody else.
Wait, he was killed in an area separate from everybody else?
Yes.
She, yes.
Please, Katerino, okay?
I don't see gender, so.
She does, though, and she asks that you respect it. Is there one of the guards in the room?
Yes.
I look at his hip where the sword is. What kind of sword is it?
The guards that you brought with you?
Yep.
They're carrying spears, not swords.
Son of a bitch.
Mm.
It was definitely
Okay.
a sword, as we saw, right?
Definitely sword.
What about this
What about
nephew?
this sword?
He's a knight. He uses a sword.
What kind of sword?
Arming sword. It's the
Okay,
most common
okay.
type of sword around.
I have solved
What is
it.
this
I
sword?
cut his head off. We're done. Roll credits.
What is this sword, Koibu?
That's an arming sword.
Okay, I want to ask the person we're talking to. What Silverhorn man? Yes. So you say that you did not see eye to eye with your uncle. What was your bombs with him?
Excuse me?
See eye to eye with him. What?
I heard you, madam.
So,
Sir.
Neil. Yeah, just because. It's confusing for us too. Neil,
Sorry.
having also watched The Wire, I'm going to employ a tactic here. I'm going to stand up. I hand Toki the blood orange. You
I
take-
take it.
Okay, good. And I'm going to rip my sword out and say, "You, sir, have a beef with your uncle for ownership of this mine. With the people slaughtered, it comes to you. Tell me why you are not guilty of this crime." And I'm trying to intimidate him.
Give me an intimidation check.
Wow, that is a certain way to go about this.
I rolled a
huh?
1, Neil.
You rolled a 1.
I
He
rolled a
looked to
1.
his 7 assembled men-at-arms and looks to his own weapon, puts his hand on it, and doesn't draw it all the way, but brings it like a few inches out of its sheath and goes, Sir, I'm right, you're not a knight. Look here, fellow, I could cut you down where you stand. My men will rip you to shreds. I recommend you put that weapon away if you are going to try and interrogate me. Furthermore, I am a knight and beyond reproach, and I will not stand for this nonsense. He gives a whistle, makes a motion, and starts walking out with the rest of his guards.
Excuse me,
I
sir.
sheathe my sword.
Sir.
He ignores you and keeps walking. You're gonna have to follow him if you want.
Wait, what?
He's leaving. You just accused him of murdering his uncle.
I want to run up to him and try to stop him, and say, sir, excuse me, our muscle there, he often thinks with his, sword instead of his brain.
Oh, okay. No, same thing.
I very much apologize for his actions. I very much apologize for his actions, and I do not condone his actions back there. I'm not accusing you of anything. I just have some questions to ask you. If you'll please answer them so that we can get to the bottom of this mystery and keep the mine up and running and get it back to its original state as soon as possible.
I'm not spending another night in this godforsaken hellhole. I'm leaving.
Now,
if you want to ask me questions, you can come back to the capital and ask them there.
Neil, out of game, is that knight with an N or K?
That is knight with a K.
Really? That's me out knight?
He's not... Of course it's knight with an N. That doesn't even make sense.
I don't know if we're gonna
His
find
guards are fucking off. They're
any
heading
more
home.
answers here. Maybe we should go and talk.
Can I try to diplomacy? Can I persuade him to stay?
So
Can
here's
I
the
roll
thing.
some garbage?
Backstory-wise, if you kiss his feet up to his knees, he'll stop.
You can try whatever you want, but he's booking it right now. He's been deeply offended, and he like socially outranks you guys by a lot. So he's fucking off.
Want to try to run for him again, and try to stop him, and use my persuasion skill. Persuade him to stay.
Sure. Give me your best persuasion role play, and then roll it afterwards, or vice versa, whichever way you think is going to work better.
Steven, you got the best fucking chat. This guy's probably too stupid to figure it out. Guy in the chat's figured it out, you guys. Damn it. Ugh.
What happened?
If only I was as smart as I am lonely too.
Oh.
God.
Silverhorn, please. I beg you to stay. I deeply apologize for my for my employee's actions, and I do not condone anything that he has done. I know you care deeply about your uncle, despite the problems you may have had, and I want...
Is this your company? He interrupts you. Is this your company, your business? Then if you would like to apologize for his actions, you will fire him immediately.
Do it. Safe.
Deal.
He crosses his arms and waits to watch you fire him.
Okay, I want to walk over to him.
The knight follows with you to hear in person the words that will be shared.
How do you keep forgetting my name?
Valdor. Valdor, a word?
With you, it's hardly ever a word, but sure.
I regret to inform you.
Perhaps I kind of run up in here between the two. Perhaps it's good if all of us allow our heads to cool, and we revisit this issue in a few days. We can allow these men to return to the capital. We'll continue our investigation here. Before we make any hasty decisions that we might regret, we can chat with each other again at a later date.
Fine.
The knight leaves.
Okay.
And he takes his men with him.
I was gonna fire you and then rehire you. Okay.
I don't think we want to start that type of conflict. If he sees him walking around with us, who knows what he'll do.
He's guilty, by the way. He's admitted.
I totally agree with you. However, that is not how we operate around here. All right. It was quite the spectacle. It was pretty funny that you drew your sword and then threatened him in front of his 8 guards. You know, thinking you stood a chance. However,
7 guards. One died to a mountain lion that I basically eviscerated to red mist. I'm not too worried about the guards.
Okay. Well.
No, you're right. It was
Still-
a bold move, but we were not getting too far into this. I have seen enough evidence to believe that he did murder his uncle to own this mine. He has the
Well,
weapon.
while I agree with you, I think that accusing him outright like that is not the way to get a confession, an answer, or anything else out of him. So, I assume, or I request that in the future you are less bold with your actions, as amusing as it was.
Take your request up with human resources, which I believe is Toki.
I'm human resources.
Well,
Maybe we should-
your
The
management.
orange
She's human
bag.
resources.
Maybe we should find the mistress
you.
to try and ask her some questions. It doesn't seem like we're going to get much farther here at this mine.
I agree.
I also agree.
Yep, you can only get so far into a mine. You reach the end of it.
Beautifully stated.
Thank you. Could have been a poet. Let us find this mistress.
All right. You guys can pack up your shit and head out. These guys have a decent head start on you. They're not too far down the path. Are you going to try and catch up with them or give some space between you and them? Clearly not welcome, but you can do whatever you want.
How long is the travel?
A day.
Okay. Yeah, we'll keep a healthy distance.
Right. Let's come back to the other window. Head on back. Make some random counter rolls. All right. It's on the second half of the day when you guys are trekking that I would like everybody in the party to make me a perception roll.
Okie dokie, Captain.
What I like to hear. That was a little disgusting.
Jesus.
Yeah, what was that? What did you do there?
Oh, you know, it was just that firing up my, loading up my perception.
Okay.
It's great loading
Definitely
sound.
firing something up, yeah.
Nice roll, Steven.
Alrighty. You do pretty well on your perception, but not good enough because you walk right into a well-placed ambush. I'm going to bring you to a map, and the monsters will get a surprise round on you. I guess they're just going to win initiative here. And we're going to do something a little bit different because there are so very many monsters. It's just a pain in the ass to manage initiative. So we're going to go party gets a turn, monsters get a turn, and we'll just rotate back and forth. So pick one person to roll initiative for the whole party, preferably the person with the best initiative.
I think that's based off your dex, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's probably me.
On dexterity.
You have to do this in your character sheet?
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
You rolled.
All right, good luck.
Wow.
All right, the kobolds will go first from the first
What?
round because they get an ambush on you, and then in the next round, you guys will be the first to act. So you get to go. They go, you go, instead of they go and then they go. So good. This is good for you. All right. In the ambush round, the assembled kobolds leap to the attack. Now, before we get to, well, never mind. We'll have them go their first round, and then I'll ask you questions. That'll be fun. They spring off the walls and scamper up to you en masse. There are many of these little cowardly dog-like creatures, and they jump to surround. Some of them are going to hang out over here because they can't quite get to you yet. Down. This will come down. And the kobold shaman will go, starting off with an entangle spell. It is a 20-foot square. So
Yeah, good luck, Neil.
you know what? You can't actually entangle. That's a terrible idea. That doesn't work. For
No,
their
you said
purposes.
it. Words are binding.
Words are binding. I suppose I even put it in the spell slots. All right. We'll start off with an entangle spell in this 20 by 20 area.
It'll entangle them too.
It will end up entangling them. Kobolds aren't known for their intelligence, people. They're really not.
Wait, isn't there a saving throw we do?
There is a saving throw. Can all the members of the party roll me saving throws, dexterity saving throws?
Dexterity
17.
saving throw.
I'm sorry, strength saving throws, not dexterity saving throws. You
Add
can
2
keep
to
the
that, I got
roll
19.
and adjust the thingies, and that's fine.
Oh yeah, I got a 1. Let's go, baby.
Wait, wouldn't you be using like your dexterity to
Yeah.
avoid the roots? Or is this actually called in the spell? Oh, it's called
It's
in the spell.
called a creature in the area.
God
blah, blah,
damn it.
blah. That's why I thought it would be dex, but then I read the spell.
Oh, I rolled so lucky. Holy shit. Okay.
12. So you got to beat a 12, which everybody except for Katerino beats.
Yeehaw.
So everyone but Katerino is fine. Katerino is going to be entangled. And that's when the various kobolds spring into the area. 2 of them need to make saving throws, otherwise they're stuck early. And strength saving throws are not great for kobolds because they are weak. All right, these 2 get stuck early on and can't make it any deeper in. So we'll just say you're stuck on the edge. Where was the other guy that went squares? You're stuck on the edge. The remaining ones, I will roll for when it becomes important. Because otherwise they're all just within 1 square. Against up in front, there are going to be 4 kobold attacks. Do they roll for hits?
So our entangled disadvantage then, or what is that?
They are restrained. Restrained means looking. Restrained. A restrained creature's speed becomes 0 and it cannot benefit from any bonuses to its speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. The creature has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Damn.
So the kobolds all have disadvantage except for their pack tactics, which give them advantage if their allies are nearby. So they're going to make regular attack rolls, but you get advantage to hit them. And disadvantage on your attack, so that cancels.
What? If
No,
you're
so you guys, yeah, but if you're not entangled, you'll have advantage on attack rolls.
There you go. So just after.
So we get a miss, a 16, was that a 14 and 4 is an 18 against Valdur is going to be a hit.
No.
The next one, your
Wait,
AC
what?
is 18.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Next one's a miss, and the 4th one is going to be a hit as well. So Valdur, you are going to take 2 full hits with these little pokey javelins. You're going to take 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage.
My
And
God.
Toki, yeah, they rolled really well on damage.
I guess.
Toki, 2 attacks against you. 1 is a 23, 1 is a 17. Looks like those are both hits. You will take 6 plus 6 for 12 damage. Nevitz,
That's me.
this kobold passes his save, so he gets to make a regular attack against you. Is going to be a 14 to hit you.
Nope.
And then Daff,
Darf.
a 13 to hit you.
Nope.
Hey, yes,
Darf?
my armor class is 13.
Oh, I thought it was a me against her.
All right, Darf, you will take 4 points of damage.
Wait, is it Darf or Daff? Or are we just naming
Daff.
them? Okay.
I'm just making
I
mistakes.
Either
like
one's
Darf.
fine.
Darf is
Okay.
fine.
All right. Let me roll, see who passes and who
Yeah.
fails entangles. This guy is entangled. This one is entangled.
We're not supposed to be seeing these rolls
That
that you're
one is
making,
not.
right?
No, I'm making them off screen.
Okay.
I like making all my... That one fails.
Do, do,
That one
do,
fails.
do.
Okay. So the entangled enemies are marked and the non-entangled ones are not marked.
Okay.
And it becomes the first round here. And before we get too deep into combat, I want LilyPichu to make me some sort of knowledge check to see what you would know about kobolds, because you know everything, right? You are the all-knowing one.
Would it be intelligence check then, or?
Sure. That'll do. Wow.
What is it,
All right.
Koibu? What is it?
You know that kobolds are these small dog-like creatures. They are large in numbers, but individually fairly cowardly. They are always they rarely like to fight. They have a 3-to-1 advantage over other people, and they are easily beaten back or scared off into fleeing. They're small, they're stupid, they work well in groups, and they're one of their favorite strategies is just to, like, dogpile on people and drag them down and then stab them over and over again, which they have not employed here. And that's what you know about kobolds. And it is the party's turn. And we can go in any order. You guys get to decide your order.
We talk during combat.
Yeah, you can.
Combat is 6 seconds per round, so
I'll just
Sure.
swing real quick, Neil. I can't do multi-swings, right? Or I can't do clean
Not yet.
action.
What would talking
That's the one to my right.
got it. And
would talking
kill.
require an action?
No, talking requires no actions.
I'll move forward and I'll hit the one to my right over here, okay?
Alrighty.
So do I have an advantage in this attack? Because he's entangled?
Yes.
Yep, and I should also be able to use my sneak attack as well. So let me roll my
Yep.
normal attack. 26 to hit for sure, yeah.
Yep. Roll
Ele-
up some damage.
Is he dead?
Do you want to use your sneak attack?
Oh yeah, I could. There you go. 6.
Yep, he dies. He's really dead.
Okay,
You do like 3 times his HP.
good.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Next up,
I want the poison spray, the one right next to.
okay.
Uh,
DC 13 Constitution save for the Kobold, who passes and takes no damage.
okay, alright.
And leader Daff, you are restrained. You cannot move. 8.
Okay. You guys can hear me, right?
You can cast a power or something, yeah.
Yep.
So as the party leader and knowing that Toki is all-knowing, could I ask her what she knows about these creatures, like, while we're in combat? Like, could I yell to her?
I think you already know these things. This is probably information she shared with you in the course of your
Yeah,
investigation.
I like yell out. They're small
Yeah.
and stupid. Yeah.
Okay, so I assume all I can do is try to break out of my little guy, right? Yes? All I
No,
do
you
is
can
break
do
out of the
anything. The
little-
world is your oyster. Don't limit yourself.
Entangled, Koibu. I'm entangled, you see.
Then you can use a strength check to resist.
Okay. I will try to break out of that then.
Go for it.
Yeah, can I use something, like, can I use a bonus action?
No, it's going to take your action to try and break out of this.
Yeah. I meant, so you said strength check? Is that what you said?
Strength check.
Actually,
Yeah, you
good.
break out of the entangle.
Holy shit.
The
Yeah.
vines that come out of the ground, you manage to kick them away, rip your feet out, and you have enough movement to get the hell out of here. If you want.
And what can I use? Can I use a spell as a bonus action? What can I do with my
Only
bonus
if the spell says it takes a bonus action. You know?
So
You can use
most-
your bonus action only for things that specifically say you can do it with a bonus action.
trips bonus actions?
What?
Can cantrips be used as bonus actions?
Only if they say casting time 1 bonus action. So like message is 1 action, friends is 1 action.
Yeah. Okay. Then I suppose I don't think I can do anything else. So
Looks
I
like.
guess I will just. I want to try to run, like, so that I can maybe try to get one alone.
Okay. Where are you gonna go? That's 5-10 feet right there.
Would this be like them?
That's
Will it
partially
follow
in,
me?
so I'll give you. No. You're halfway in, so I'll give you advantage on your saving throw or on your strength check if you get in to not be entangled again next round. There you go. Now you're all the way out. You're good.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Next round, or actually bottom of the round, the kobolds get to go. This one has to make another saving throw to avoid being entangled and passes. The other ones are all entangled and don't care. This guy is a coward, and it's not looking too good for him, so he is going to withdraw and scamper back up this hill.
Will he, though?
Yeah, will he, though?
I don't know.
Will he, though?
25 is a hit and a kill. The kobold goes down.
Neil, another thing to throw at you right now. You said they have to outnumber you 3-1 to get pack mentality, right?
That's what they usually do. Mhm.
They no longer get that.
Oh, that's not great for them. Let's see. The two up front are going to attack at Valdur this round because it started the round with 3. With what you call? Why do they have disadvantage?
Because they're not 3-1 anymore, and they are. Oh, they're not. Never mind. Fuck. They're just normal.
Right. So this one will miss. The second one has advantage because of pack tactics is a miss. This guy on the side.
You don't have pack tactics.
Miss 6. Pack tactics does not require 3-1 advantage on the attack rolls, but they are cowardly and like to fight with 3-1. So if you can get their numbers down to less than 3-1, they're more likely to break and flee.
That's what? Oh, they just have pack tactics, but they're more likely to break at less than 3-1?
Yeah, they're more likely to disengage and run away from a battle when they no longer have severe numerical superiority.
Okay.
This guy over here is going to try and break out and fails. This one over here is going to hurl their javelin at whoever this is. Is this Toki?
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Javelin throw at Toki with advantage for the guy next to him. 14 to hit you.
14?
14 on the roll to hit, not on damage.
Oh.
It looks like a 14 is going to hit you. This kobold is now unarmed, so I'm going to put a marker that says no weapon, and you will take 6 points of damage from the blow.
These guys aren't messing around.
They are not messing around. This kobold will scramble back up on the hill, and let's see, the range of his javelin has got to be at least 20 feet. It's exactly 20 feet, so he will throw his javelin at Valdur in the front with a 22 to hit.
Jesus.
It'll hit you for 4 damage, Valdur.
Damn.
This kobold loses his weapon as well. This guy on the hill is going to come to here. 20 to Valdur. Yep, he'll attack Valdur. Advantage. A 15 will not hit you. This kobold no longer has a weapon. This one will scamper up onto the hill and throw at Valdur with a 12. Is not a hit. No longer has a weapon. This one will scamper to here. And I think he's got to use all of his movement to get up here, so he'll just get into position for next round. This guy is stuck. Fails to break out. This guy is stuck. Succeeds in breaking out. And gets the hell out of the area. Climbs up. This guy already made his attack. That guy already made his attack. This sucker comes over here and throws his javelin. Even with advantage, he only rolls an 8 against Toki, which is a miss. And we end up with our Kobold Shaman at the end of the round, who casts Infestation. A cloud of mites, fleas, and other parasites appear momentarily on one creature you can see within range. The target must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 3 poison damage and move 5 feet. So they are targeting Nevitz. Nevitz, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Hold on.
As all sorts of fleas, mites, and parasites begin crawling over your skin. You can feel them like trying to get into your eyelids, slipping into your mouth. There's a centipede in your ear canal. You take 3 damage, and you must move 5 feet in a random direction. Roll a d8, and we'll see which way you go.
Wait, what is 1 refer to, Nora?
1 is north, 3 is east, 5 is south, 7 is west.
So this is southeast?
So southeast, yeah. Perfect. Doesn't provoke opportunity attacks, blah, blah, blah. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, party's turn. Start of the new round. Anyone in the entangled area will have to make new strength saving throws to avoid the entanglement.
We have to make another one?
Yep, every round that you're in the entangle.
Feels bad.
Toki is entangled.
Oh fuck! I didn't know that. Strength saving.
passed.
Yeah,
Good.
that's all right. You pass with flying colors. It makes sense you might not notice this on your first time. This is probably pass as well. Only Toki's stuck.
I'm gonna swing at the one to my front, right?
Mm-hmm.
10.
10 is not gonna do it.
Frick.
Little bastards have higher AC than that.
I'll use my bonus action to second to win. To heal. I
Lovely.
think it is.
That is correct. 1d10 plus your fighter level of 3.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a swing at the guy to the right of me.
7.
Go for it.
I believe I should have advantage on it.
Yes, because he is restrained.
All right. 23 damage. I'm pretty sure he's dead. Anyway.
Oh yeah, he's super deadsies.
Okay, and then I want to use. I think I can use enough movement to get right up next to the shaman as close as I can.
Well, he's way up on this hill.
Mhm.
I'm gonna need you to make me a climb check, an athletics or acrobatics check to climb up here.
Okay, acrobatics easily.
Oh yeah, you scamper on up. It was how far? 20 feet? Yeah, you can get adjacent to him.
And then I'm sorry, real quick. For my sneak attack, do I have to call that before damage is actually done?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, listen. I know that 11 would kill him, so could I not have sneak attacked? Is that okay?
No,
I hate you. All right, I'm good. That's the end of my turn then.
it's all right. Other two? Toki?
I'm going to cast Bark Skin on myself.
Nice call. Put it in chat for us so we can see what it does. Your AC cannot be less than 16. Excellent. Why don't you describe for us what it looks like when your skin becomes bark?
Also, it's like my entire skin, right? Including my face.
That's up to you. I want
Oh,
you
yeah,
to tell me what it looks like.
Just like slowly starts from my toes all the way to the top of my head. And my entire body is encased in this bark-like appearance. It's kind of creepy, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
That's also known as Daft's Blessing, I believe, because it starts at your toes and goes all the way up.
Oh yeah, sure.
Daff.
It's like the consistency of Groot.
What?
Yeah.
Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh,
talking
yeah,
tree. Yeah. I also from my. Can I use? I want to use. I can't pronounce it. Shillelagh. For my bonus.
You cast Shillelagh.
Yeah,
Right.
and I'm done.
Excellent. And leader.
I.
Do it.
What? I was gonna use Bardic Inspiration, but since their health is so low, I think I'm just gonna use Dissonant Whispers. And closest to me. This one right
Okay.
here. Yeah, so I'll do that.
Go for it.
Does it hit?
I've
to
got to
roll.
roll a saving throw, don't I?
Yeah.
It is.
It's a wisdom
wisdom
saving throw. Yep.
It is a failure. Why don't
Freak.
you roll yourself a Dissonant Whispers for us?
Oh wait, he failed. Oh yeah, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. 7 psychic damage to the one directly in front of you.
Sure.
One.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Right. That kobold dies, whimpering.
Murder.
Okay. Bottom of the initiative round. I'm going to call for a morale check from the kobolds, since they indeed are no longer outnumber you 3-1, and they love that. These kobolds are weak, cowardly, and half their number, maybe not quite half, but many of them have died. Many of them have lost their weapons. The remaining ones will flee sort of just any direction that's away from you guys.
Bye.
They're
Can
not
the
here
ones
to
entangled
fight.
do it?
I will have to roll for those, but it looks like Valdur is going to get one attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I got the right one.
Okay.
Oh, right. 13?
13 will do it.
7?
7 will not kill it, unfortunately.
It'll just live on in memory of me.
Mm-hmm. In terror. These little suckers scatter as far as they can. The shaman is going to scatter. It does provoke an attack of opportunity.
13.
13 will hit. Are you going to do your sneak attack damage?
You know what, Koibu? Sure.
19 damage. So close. So close. Not quite enough. The Kobold Shaman will scatter as well. This guy runs, leaving just the 2 entangled suckers. Can they break out? No. And no. The 2 entangled guys are stuck here as the round ends and the kobolds are done. Top of the initiative order. Nevit's team.
Does Entangle now break because the guy's running?
No, it can. He did. It's a concentration spell. He does need to make a con check. Good call. Yes, Entangle breaks because he took damage and lost concentration.
I'll swing at the one on my left. 13 hits. 7.
7 will kill.
Yeehaw.
And Toki, you are no longer entangled.
Yay.
Just that
There's
one.
one kobold left right next to you.
I'm going to
Get
smack
up.
my staff. Is it 1d8 plus 5 then for the spell attack bonus?
Yeah. For which spell?
Oh, if I have, sorry, I never used a shillelagh, right? Instead of strength, I use my spellcasting ability for my attack and damage rolls.
Yes,
So-
that's going to use your wisdom modifier plus your. Yes, it's going to be plus 5 to hit and plus 3 to damage.
A 1d8 plus 8, pretty much? Or, wait.
1d20 plus 5 to hit.
Oh, why does it say the weapon's damage die becomes a d8? I'm confused.
Because your staff will do d8 damage if you hit, but you still have to roll to hit them first.
Oh, I see. Okay. Wait, so what do I roll now?
A 1d20 plus 5. 21 is a beautiful blow. Now roll me 1d8 plus 3 for damage.
I see.
9 will kill the kobold adjacent to you. It dies.
I did
Nevitz,
something.
staff?
I'm assuming
What do you wanna
getting
do?
down here is easier than getting up since they didn't have to roll their descent
Yep,
down the mountain.
You can just slide down it.
Okay. I'll go ahead and take a swing at this guy next to me here.
Sure.
That's a 19 to hit, and I rolled 13 damage. I will not use my sneak attack here. Is that okay?
That's fine. Sure.
Wait, why are you not using your sneak attack out of curiosity? Can you only use that a certain amount of times?
I don't want to say because I'm not sure if Koibu knows, but I'm only supposed to use it once per turn. Okay, now that he's dead, I would like to use my cunning to get near the shaman. I can use a bonus action, and then I'll just park myself right next to this guy. Oh, right.
Sure.
Right here. Yeah, okay.
That's...
Is that okay?
Oh, you use your bonus to dash,
Yeah,
right?
cunning bonus action is a dash to park right next to the shaman. Yep.
Perfect. Yeah, yeah. Anyone else want to do anything, or are you guys content to let these critters flee from you?
Let's kill them all. Wait, actually, I'm fine.
You're fine.
Spells.
All right. The kobolds will continue to flee. I think the only one of significance is the shaman, because this other guy's running the other way now, and dashing. So the shaman looks at you, Nevitz.
Yeah.
It tries to gauge if you're a merciful man by making an insight check against you. Let's see. Insight plus 4. It only rolls a 10. That's not great. It correctly deduces, I think, that you're not necessarily a merciful man, and so will disengage with its action, move with its move, And does a kobold get a bonus action dash? It does not. So it will just scurry 30 feet from you. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right. Party's turn, but looks like we're sort of done with it, except for Nevitz chasing down the last kobold.
Yeah, I am.
Nevitz?
Yeah.
Wait, so like when we're doing this, is this movement valid that I'm pointing right there? Like if I move from there to there or no?
I can't see exactly what you're doing. Like I can't see what you do until you release it.
Do you see that?
Yeah, I see what you're doing there.
Yeah, is that valid?
That's 30 feet. Yeah, it's the same path that he took, right?
Well, okay, so do we have to trace it? Because my speed is only 25, not 30.
Then it sounds like you can't catch up to him.
Um,
Yeah, you have to go around the rock.
Use your range attack, right?
Actually, never mind. I'm being stupid. I can use my cunning again, right? And get right up to him, and
Yep.
then take a nice, good swing.
Hey.
13 to hit.
13's a hit, and a 1 HP shaman will die on the spot.
Baby.
The remaining kobolds have fled, and you guys stand in the middle of this dry desert canyon, badly wounded.
Wait, I declare non-lethal damage. I hate you. Never mind. We're good.
Okay. The kobold slain, the party victorious but badly wounded. You are most of the way to town. It's still like another 2 miles there. What are you going to do about this situation?
Short break, so we can do hit dice then short break is what I recommend.
Do we have any more breaks? We're almost at our 4 hours or whatever, right?
No, not team break. In-game break, my dude.
Oh.
A short rest is going to be a full night of sleep for us, and a long rest will be 7 days of downtime. So you
Fuck it,
can't
we'll
get
do
your
that.
short rest here.
I'm gonna do the hit dice though.
You need a full night of sleep to get your hit dice.
How far
I
away?
know. I'm just gonna use my hit dice to heal right now.
You can't use
You
your hit dice
can't.
without a short rest.
Oh, because your house rules.
Yep.
Just books rules. Rules is written. Variant healing.
Right, but your short break is house rules, which is not.
It's
in the book.
variant
That's-
healing. It's in the books. It's just an optional
Short rest
rule.
in the books is 10 minutes.
There's an optional rule to have it be a day. It's called the
Yeah.
greedy realism rule.
Welcome to Koibu's
Yeah.
campaigns.
Okay.
What about
Wait, how far are we from the city?
2 miles.
2 miles.
Yeah, we could just walk back. We're good. I'm sure
can
we'll
we
be fine.
loot the bodies?
That's
You can
kobolds.
loot the bodies.
They know.
You get
Sure,
close to
you
them and
need-
realize they're wearing like little bits of crappy leather that they've pulled off animals that they've killed. They have no pockets. They have no money. They've got these like fire hardened spears that they use that are like little short spears. Some of them have little bits of rock at the end that kind of work as stone. Creatures have no wealth or valuables of any kind.
But could we use them as food? Could we eat them?
I suppose. Do you like eating dog?
I mean, a lot of people do, right? It's not that bad. Who cares?
Yeah, then you could eat them.
You're gonna eat Toki. Like, what's the difference between eating Toki and a dog?
Toki can consent
Yeah,
to it.
you-
That's the difference. Are you serious?
Barks can last for like up to an hour, right? So can I just keep this for
You
an
can
hour?
just keep it. Mhm.
Cool, cool,
Um,
cool.
In
I
an hour, you'll be home.
He, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, when we slept, right? We took a night here. Yeah. Do
Last
our
night. Mhm.
do our spells reset?
You need a full week of downtime for a long rest for your spells to reset.
Gosh.
Yep. We're gonna slow down the pace of the game a little bit. Fine.
Okay.
So it sounds like you guys want to push on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's just
let's
Is
go.
reasonable.
keep going.
Yeah. Sure. By the end of the day, an hour or so later, you will arrive back at the city. The knight and his people must have only been a little bit ahead of you.
I have a question. If I do wild shape, right, and turn into a bunny, does the bark skin carry over or no?
Ooh, that is an excellent question.
Because then I can be like,
Badass looking bunny. Holy shit.
yeah, like an armored bunny.
Mm-hmm.
A freaking tree bunny. What the hell?
Let's find out. Druid. Druid. Your statistics are replaced by these things. Efficiencies. When you transform, you assume it's hit points and hit dice. It doesn't say anything about armor class, so I assume... Get it stat. Your stats are replaced by the stats of the beast.
You know, Clay, but you should just do house rules, you know?
You can't cast spells. Your ability to speak or take any actions that requires transforming doesn't break your concentration on a spell you've already cast, however, or prevent you from taking actions that are part of a spell. So I think your bark skin will stay on you.
Oh my god, yes. On the way back to town, I would like to turn into the bunny then.
Into a
wait,
giant bunny?
Wait, that uses... I only have 2 uses, right? Per long rest? Or something?
Yeah, 2 uses per week.
Never mind, no giant bunny. Let's just walk.
Cool. You guys make it back to town. The town is hustling, bustling, like nothing ever happened. Everyone's going about their business. And what do you want to do? Why are you coming back to town? You had a reason to come.
We
here,
want
right?
to find the mistress and ask her.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
The lady.
Sure. You can ask around to find Lord Silverhorn's estate, and you will find there his mistress, Lady Sondra. She is inconsolable with grief, says the doorman when you approach the estate. I'm sorry, Lady Sondra is inconsolable with grief and not accepting visitors at this time, but if you can leave your name and address, I'll have her get back to you right away. What is this all about, anyway?
We are the we are the various operations agency visiting. We are the detective agency.
That Chancellor Theravin himself hired to investigate the death of this mistress's late husband.
Exactly. Yep.
Oh, well then please, come on inside. I'm sure she would like to speak to you. And he parts the way, brings you into a nice parlor with some refreshing drinks, and we'll go fetch the mistress. Is there anything you want to do in the estate while you're alone in the parlor?
Are there any open ledgers, pieces of paper laying around that might have assassination orders? Something.
Give me an investigation check to find out.
God damn it.
You look around the place, you find nothing of interest. No obvious clues about what happened here.
I would like to look around too, or can we only just do?
Yeah, you can look around as well. Totally.
Okie dokie.
Whoa.
It's a great investigation check. Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
All right. You look around the room. You start opening some cupboards here, and you find all these nice bottles of wine stashed away in this little section over here. Firewood is properly chopped and placed, ready to be used. There's this nice big tapestry of Lord Silverhorn with his arm around a woman above the fireplace. And when Lady Sondra walks in, you will realize that is not Lady Sondra in the picture with him. It's probably his late wife. But there's nothing incriminating lying about.
Okay.
Here you are. Lady Sondra comes in. She's dressed all in black in mourning. She looks bereaved. She's got some sniffles. But she comes in and says, I hear you've been appointed to look into my late husband's death.
Yes, we have. I'm so sorry for your loss, my
Thank
lady.
you.
We were wondering if we could ask a few questions about your late husband to see if we could ascertain what happened to him down at the mine shaft.
Of course. She pokes her head out the door and calls in for a servant to light the fire because it's getting late in the day and it's getting a little chilly. So he sets to work setting a fire while you ask questions. Well, how can I help you?
Well, when was the last time you had contact with your husband? What did he tell you he was going to do?
I saw him maybe 12, 13 days ago when... 2 weeks ago when he left for the mines. Not husband, I'm sorry. I always thought to me he was always my husband, but I know we were never legally married. He could never marry a commoner, you know, but we could be together in all but legal ways. What was the question again? I've already forgot.
Did he tell you if there was anything particular about this trip that he was going on? Any peculiar things or circumstances or people he was planning to meet, maybe?
I was a little worried that he might... You see, he appointed this new knight, Katerino. She's a young thing and sort of pretty, and I was a little worried that this trip to the mines was a ruse to go off and be with her.
Booty call.
Is there any, like, can you run, like, a perception check to see if there is, like, maybe more anger that she might be concealing as she says that?
That would be an insight check.
Or insight?
Yeah.
Dude, what? I have bonuses to these rolls. What the fuck?
These are trash rolls, man. You notice nothing. You want attractiveness on the woman?
Lady hot. Yeah.
On Lady Sondra?
Yeah, just do it to be safe.
And she's the mistress. She has to be, right?
Yeah, she's not 15.
She could have a great sense of humor, Katerino.
Oh, shit.
Lady Sondra is 40 years old, 5'6", 126 pounds, human, 15 on the attractiveness. So that's the only thing that came to my mind, but then I heard that they were all killed. But he had said that he wanted to go to the mines to make sure that since she was so new, she was new to being a knight, new to this sort of responsibility, that she was on top of her duties, and I suppose that's what he was actually doing.
Is that normal for him to go and investigate the mines to check in on a new soldier? I imagine that new fighters or knights are being appointed to these posts all the time, no?
Rarely. It's been half a decade or so since the last one was appointed.
And did he go with that one? Is it normal for him to check out the mines? Like, how often would you say he goes down there?
Rarely.
Okay.
What do you know about the Katerino person? Do you know anything more about her? Do you know anything more about Katerino person?
She's from a minor family of note, the Katerino family, of course. They're here in town. I believe they own some property, some houses on the north side of town. Not too much. They're not really a family of note. I think she was their greatest prospect in the generations going forward. Only child, I think. 23 years old, but she was a squire to I don't remember who, for a few years before she was appointed a knight last month.
Who else besides you would have known that your husband was going down to the mines?
Well, our household staff, of course, and let's see, a couple of people invited us for dinner, and I had to tell them that he was out and about. Do you think that this has something to do specifically with my husband and not the mine?
We're just investigating all possibilities.
Yeah, we're trying to get to the... What about your husband's nephew?
He has a few. I do believe Drake came by the day after he left, asking to see my husband, my love.
Do you know did he appear angry? What was he like? Do you know what he came for?
Oh my, it's a delicate matter, really.
Heard a little bit that they did not get along, but I do not know the extent of it. Could you give me a briefing on that?
Is it important?
It could be.
I wouldn't want to spread rumors about anyone, so please keep this information close to your chest.
Of course.
Drake's wife is a woman with fine taste, let's call it. And Drake is not a particularly wealthy man. His pay as being a retainer knight does not really cover her expenses. He's come by a few times asking to borrow money for a little bit here or there. I think that's why he was coming by a few days back, I think he was going to ask for money again, although he never got to it. I told him Lord Silverhorn was gone, out to check his mine, and he left at that.
Interesting. And does Drake have any kind of a little bit of power? Yes. Wouldn't you say?
What do you mean, power?
He has his own servants, his own knights and fighters.
He has a small household staff, a very small household staff. I think just a cook and a squire and a maid, maybe a gardener.
But any guards? He has some guards. Yes, he has some people around him.
She shakes her head. He has a spear of soldiers that are assigned to him, but they are the Prince of Cronwick's men. He's an officer, so he has men under his command, but they're not his men, if that makes sense.
Thank you. Have any questions for her?
I think that's probably enough for now. Maybe we'll return later if we have more questions for you.
Why do you keep asking about Kel Drake? You don't think he would do this?
Can't
Well-
discuss an ongoing investigation, ma'am.
Of course, I understand. Well, if you have any other questions, do come by. And if I think of anything, I'll send a messenger to your estate. Your place of business. She fumbles over the words for such low class people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Our business, yes. Okay, well, thank you so much for answering our questions, and sorry again for your loss.
She bids you adieu.
Where are we staying, by the way?
In your house?
At our place of business.
We're back in the town.
I kind of want to try to seduce the lady, but I don't know.
Try
I
it.
don't know. Do you think I should go for it?
Yeah,
Give
of course.
me
Yeah.
an insight check into
Do
her
it.
Okay.
first, Katerino.
Okay, insight. Going 21, baby. Let's fucking go.
All
Wow.
right. So the first thing you
Fascinating.
realize about her is that she is not highborn. This title, Lady Sondra, is definitely sort of like an honorific because she's with this lord guy. She definitely has that like born a commoner, but somehow got involved with someone above her status and has been trying to hide it with like, a noble accent, but you can tell right away that she's like lowborn initially, which
Right.
explains why they were never married. Second thing you can tell right away, damn, is she fine, right?
Oh.
Yeah. Third thing is that she is truly and deeply, God, that hurts my brain every time I do that, heartbroken over the situation. She really is into him and is truly upset. I don't know if there's a way in there right now.
Well,
She's on the market for a rebound.
Perhaps.
Maybe I should slide in there. But maybe
Jesus.
Daff, I think it's
Later,
best to keep our
okay?
mind focused on the task ahead of us.
Oh, let her.
Tell me what
And
to
let
do.
him.
don't tell me what to do, okay?
He's young.
I'm probably older than you, but she's super hot.
Who's older, Neil?
I
Uh-oh.
don't know. How old are you?
Don't.
I don't know how old am I.
I am.
You don't know
When
how
we
old you are?
decide-
Didn't you?
Well,
Who are you?
when did we ever decide on an age?
PC detail. Toki. I do not have an age written down for
Yeah.
Toki.
10d10. Just roll it.
Wait,
Toki
dwarves
is
and-
a dwarf. Dwarves live way longer than half elves.
She's older
So
than me.
it's possible. I don't know how old you want to be, but she could be much older than you.
Dwarves live up to, what, 250?
Something like
Gotcha.
that. Yeah.
106.
Could be 106.
107.
Frick.
Toki, stop me
That's
when you like
also
the age.
possible.
108.
Oh my god.
Roll it.
How long do dwarves live in D&D? 350.
They'll live up to 250 years in Arcadia.
Oh, 250. Okay.
Yeah, and half elves live up to be 120.
Can I
So
roll
you can go ahead. What are you rolling? 1d 250? Okay, you're 50 years.
250.
No wait.
No,
that's not
she's
the
got to
rules.
roll it. She's got to roll it.
Yeah, she's got to roll it.
I'm 133 years old.
Yeah.
You're 133, so you're definitely older than Daft.
Fuck.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, so not everyone is a youngin compared to me, right?
Yep.
Everyone's gonna be young.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So you're back in your home after having gone to see the mistress, after having investigated the mines, and you're sitting about discussing ideas, theories, goings on. Whoops, the Chancellor's not here anymore. What's the dealio?
So, I think definitely to do with this. Yeah, we all agree here.
Your mic cut out. What has to do with what?
Drake. Drake has something to do with the death of his uncle. I think right now that is our only suspect. That is our most reliable suspect, and I think that's where we should focus.
I agree, but he's just going to deny it.
So how do you get evidence to prove it? Because Drake is he's in a powerful position. He's a retainer knight to the Prince of Cronwig. You can't just accuse him without evidence, and you can't just kill him. He's too well connected. You'll get yourself in no end of trouble. You got to prove it first.
I think I might have an idea to see if we could
What
get
is-
Drake to incriminate himself.
What is your
Yeah?
idea,
What is-
Nevets?
What if it were possible that we could construct a fake identity of a miner that survived the incident? We give a convincing enough story for a reason he would have gotten out. We claim to bring him back from the mine, and we put him up in a pretty public area, and we see if somebody hired by Drake shows up to kill him.
I love this idea. That's brilliant.
I agree.
In fact, you might be the new leader with that idea.
Fuck. Listen,
I'm just the
listen-
investigator. I could never do what Def does. And I mean that in
What?
every way possible.
Widowed women?
I hired him
Daft
for a
can't do
reason
that.
outdoor, but I didn't hire you. It's pretty easy to find a new muscle, all right? So, quit your yapping.
And what if they actually harm or maybe even kill the decoy?
Well, the
Oh,
decoy, of
that's my job.
course, would be one of us.
And
Ah.
I think that is disguised self. Now you guys would have to. I would be out of spells once I cast
Well-
this spell.
There's no rush for this. I think we could take a rest, maybe?
Well, the spell is a
Perhaps
week
it's
long. We can at least take a
7
day
day.
off. So. We'll have to do it on a short rest, friends, but that'll be fine.
Okay. You guys can take a rest, do that. Let's go back to quickly rules of investigation.
Do we heal on a
Does-
short rest at least? Do I just heal?
On a short rest, you can spend your hit dice. Yeah,
Oh, that's all? You don't just naturally heal?
correct.
Neil, this world you made? It's bullshit, by the way.
Oh, I know. Isn't it beautiful?
What is what is the hit dice? How much healing?
For you, it's going to be a D10. I think you can just click your hit die on your character sheet, though.
It's 2. I don't trust machines. But then it's plus your level, right?
Plus your con mod.
My god, these fucking... I rolled a 1.
Roll
Hang
the
on.
2. Roll the 2. Plus 2 is 4.
I'll use
Great.
another one. There we are.
Oh, yeah.
Now
Go.
max.
So, when investigating a suspect, you should look for means, motive, and opportunity. Does Kel Drake have the means, the motive, and the opportunity to kill everyone at that mine, including his uncle?
Yes.
He
Let's do it one by one. Does he have the means? Can he do it?
he has a group of soldiers to do his bidding.
And they all trust him, so he could easily.
Or you could even hire someone to do it, right? It's a noble family.
Maybe his cook. He has a cook. He can poison them or something. I don't know.
Well, they weren't poisoned, but
They weren't
Okay, but
killed by
drug that
poison.
I didn't.
Okay, so you generally think he's got the means to do it. You
Yes.
did see the soldiers.
Oh,
they
shit.
didn't have arming swords. They had spears. So it probably wasn't his soldiers, unless they had different weapons.
or unless he hired somebody else to do that type of work.
Unless he hired someone else, but he's broke, isn't he?
Is he?
He was.
Oh, 'cause
he's
he was
always
borrowing
asking
money.
to borrow money.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Maybe because he
has
spent
that
it all
money.
hiring assassins.
Ooh, all right.
Checkmate.
Does he have the motive? Does he have a reason to do this?
Yes.
Yes, if he killed his uncle, he would get it, be able to take over the mine and then get his money.
Are you sure he inherits the mine?
No, he doesn't. I'm almost positive he doesn't. Because I specifically asked him who the mine goes to when we were at the mine, and he didn't mention himself. He said he gave a vague answer or whatever, but it didn't sound
Yeah,
like...
but he was like
And he
intentionally.
didn't know.
He was like, "Oh well, it would go."
That would be another way to
somewhere."
find out, though, is if
That
if
kind of thing.
he is the inheritor, then maybe he's being vague to hide it.
Okay. All right. So maybe look into that issue. Uh-huh.
A good amount of money, and he doesn't have a wife, right? So
No,
it would
Drake has a
probably-
wife. Wait. Who doesn't have a wife? Who is he?
Death.
The owner or
Yeah,
the
I don't
knight?
know. The owner.
Right. Okay.
Doesn't have a wife because so it wouldn't go to her. His money, because I'm sure he has his own like savings of money,
Mhm.
right? He was giving it out to this guy. So maybe he didn't kill him to inherit the mine, but maybe he killed him to inherit the money that he'd have. Is he the oldest nephew? Does he have any children? Like, those are, I think, questions we should.
Okay. So we should look into motivations here. Does he have an opportunity? Was he in the right place at the right time? Maybe he wasn't even near the murder site during the murders.
No,
You know,
Well,
maybe he was somewhere
yeah.
else.
know that he's one of the few people who knew where he was.
I think
That's-
regardless of him doing it or not, I think if we set up this decoy, whoever shows up to do anything to the decoy, we'll be able to answer questions based on that, even if it's not necessarily
Okay.
him.
So how are you going to publicize this decoy in the inn?
Facebook ads.
All right, that's pretty reasonable.
Well,
I think Facebook servers are down right now, though. So what's a backup mechanism?
I think
We'll tell the brothel.
we should control the flow of information. Actually, we should only tell the chancellor, and then maybe Drake. We should only tell those two people that we've even found this person initially. So then we know if somebody shows up to harm this person, then it was because one of those two knew, or somebody close to them, whoever they would have shared the information with.
Oh, all right.
Brilliant.
Brilliant plan. So,
Yes.
who's going to be the decoy?
I think I should, right? Yeah. Yes.
I mean, you have disguise self, right?
Oh.
we could probably come up with a pretty reasonable disguise, but why risk it when we have the spell? Yeah.
Okay.
So we'd need everyone, or at least Valdor, at the very least, to be with me, because I will be pretty defenseless.
Hmm.
Wait, why? You could hide a sword under your bed or something, right?
Yeah, but you think I'm gonna stand well against a knight in combat, or someone that is hired to kill someone?
Well, we'll be watching. Don't worry.
Hey, you guys need to be there.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, we'll be there. Our brave, fearless leader.
I mean, technically, you don't even need to be in the room. I mean, we could prepare some other, as long as people see you go to rest there, people know that you're there. I mean, there's no reason why you have to be in that room unarmed or even alone.
Yeah.
Okay. So it sounds like a plan. You're going to disguise Katerino using disguise self to hide in a tavern as a miner. You're going to tell the Chancellor and Kel Drake Silverhorn that there's some random miner that has shown up later that has survived. Anything else you're going to tell them?
I think as one final thing here, we should notify... Oh, Hold on.
Well, maybe would it be smart to tell the Chancellor what we know so far?
Well, no, if we
because-
think that this is an inside job, we want to restrict how much information they know we know as much
That's
as
true,
possible.
that's true.
Another thing we can do is when we alert people that we're going to investigate this minor story, we should, I mean, we could set this up in such a way that if the person is at a tavern, it may be if we tell 3 different people where he is, we tell each person a different room. So then based on where a probable assassin shows up, we'll know which person is leaking the information. So if we tell the wife,
Very good idea.
yeah, if we tell the wife that this person is in the first floor at room, 104, and then we tell, the other 2 people different rooms, based on where the assassin goes, we'll know who actually sent them.
But we need proof of this. We need to make sure that we have proof of all this, that this is what we're doing.
I mean, this won't be legal proof, but if the assassin shows up in a certain way, we could definitely gear our investigation towards the person that we pretty much know sent them, right?
Mm-hmm. I agree. This is a very good idea. Good job, Nibbits.
Thanks. I look forward to my pay raise.
All right.
Yeah,
That's
I'll
the
just deduce Valdor's and
Let's end the show and forget our plan, and then next week try to remember what we said.
someone
All
click
right.
it.
So that will be the plan that we will enact next week when we see what happens. Good job, everybody. Your investigation was started off a little tough, not a lot of information, but you've managed to come up with at least one good suspect, and you've got a pretty good grasp on what's going on here. Still probably a few pieces of information left to glean somewhere. So let's start with the leader here, Daff. How do you feel the investigation is going? Are you ready? Do you have the right man?
I feel good about it. I feel like this is our first high profile, our biggest case yet, and I think this is also a very difficult one. However, I think we're doing a great job, and I think that we have a lot of potential to solve it in a quick and efficient manner. I'm very proud of the people I hired, and I'm glad they're with me.
The importance of this case, as you mentioned, it's a high-profile case.
Yes.
What if you fuck it up? How's that going to affect your reputation around here? What if you accuse the wrong person?
I'm not gonna fuck it up, okay? I have very high confidence in myself and my people that we are gonna find the right guy and we're gonna go about it in a very smart manner. I do not think fucking it up is an option.
Okay, all right. Nevitz, how are you feeling about the case thus far?
Seems okay. We'll figure out what happens when we spring our little trap, but I think we've uncovered some good leads, so I have high hopes.
Do you consider yourself the brains of this operation?
I mean, a little bit, but that's what I'm hired to do, right? I try to figure stuff out.
True, you are the investigator here.
It's my job.
And what about you, Valdur? You were the first one to accuse Kel Drake of this, quite publicly and quite openly. And now the rest of the party has come around to your way of thinking. Tell me about that.
Like all things, he's pretty confident in his calls and his choices, and he tried a tactic, but was pretty sure that it was the correct thing anyways. The tactic didn't pan out, but the idea remains. And he's looking forward to destroying the murderers.
Nice. And last but not least, we have Toki. Toki, you've been under the weather this week, but you did survive a kobold attack, and you saw a mountain lion slain before you. You've helped to investigate these things, uncover these clues. How do you feel the murder investigation is going?
I had a question about so we are a detective agency, and this is our first high-profile case, you said? So you've never solved anything close to this caliber before, right?
Not at all.
So basically, why were we hired then?
Ooh, that's a very good question. Why did the Prince of Cronwick hire this backwater group that's never done anything high profile?
Because he knew we would mess it up and he'd get away with the murder, that son of...
Oh, Toki's got some
editing.
conspiracy things going. I like it. We will find out all the answers to this next week on Of Dice and Men.
Bye-bye.
Sounds good. I'll see you guys next week.
You are positive.
I don't really want to click it.
It's
no,
this
man.
stone that like sticks out just a little bit.